Welcome back to the Borgata. We're here from the Winter Poker Open with more final table action. The Mirror Mystery Bounty, $1,250 buy-in. Bounties in play, and we're down to the final six. I'm Terrence Reed, joined in the booth by the one and only Nikki Limo.
You got it right.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Terrence.
Oh, I even hesitated.
I
after
know.
asking you.
He was sweating bullets over here. What if I corrected you? I was like, it's Limo, actually.
I would have believed you. Limo. Then you gave me an option with limo that we don't hear very often. But it's not about us today. We've got 6 people, and we're going to take a look around with the final 6. We've got Casey Hatmaker there in 2. First seat we skipped by there was Michael Mann. A bunch of local players, as so often happens here at Borgata. Third seat, Travis Hartshorn. Personally know any of these guys, Nikki?
I sat next to Travis on my day one as I was busting.
Okay.
So his face leaves me with bad memories, but he didn't bust me, so it's okay. We're friends.
Trauma.
It's all good. Yeah, he's very, very nice gentleman.
Zach Fisher there in seed 4. Unlike you were just telling me the first time we met is when I busted
Yeah,
you. So
yeah, not so nice memories, TJ.
I hoped we moved past that, and then she just brought it up. Charlie Cunha there in the 5 seats from Boston, MA. And rounding it out there in the 6th seat, Mike Pinoro. Chip counts, they're listed. We'll see all of them here momentarily, but as far as what these guys have locked up in this $1,250 event, they've each locked up $11,232. There you are. Chip counts, our leader, Charles Cunha.
Was it turned red when you were on?
He's in the 5 seat.
I don't know.
Bottom is Casey Hatmaker with 12 big blinds. This is a bounty event. And I like my bounties just like gym bros like their leg days with mirrors.
Wow.
And this is a mirror mystery bounty.
We'll be here all night, folks.
Which means that the bounties in the bounty pool represent exactly mirrored the payouts in the payout structure. So there are 6 bounties left in play, 1 for each of our players, and really only one big one that everyone will have their eyes on, and it is worth just over $20,000. The rest of them are kind of small. So each bust out is going to be very important, at least for the person knocking them out, until that 20K is pulled. We'll see how it affects their play, and let's get right into it.
How many bullets did you put into this thing?
0.
Wow.
I wasn't
Good
able
for
to
you.
play because I'm commentating, and anytime I enter something, I expect a final table.
Right.
Yeah, so why set everyone up for that?
Yeah, it's for
schedule
disappointment.
change, yeah.
Of course. That's really kind of you. Generous, even.
Ace 4 suited, a beautiful side on the button to kick things off from Travis. How about yourself? You fire a couple?
I did 2, yes. I bubbled the second one. So this got rescheduled where we had a snow day here at Borgata. And I had originally planned to fire 3 just in case, but missed out on that third one. Here we go. Backdoor flush draws for each of them. The hearts are over-hearted. Charlie, it might be in trouble if that backdoor flush comes through.
Does not want to see a heart on the turn. Instead, an ace, good for Travis's range and actual hand. Top pair, nothing going for Charlie.
Yeah, ace probably saves him. Heart would have been disaster.
Queen not exactly a monster, and now it's weakened even further. Travis gets the job done. He's one of our 2 shortest stacks, but a nice addition. Picks up the first pot, get the ball rolling. When you're at a final table, which, Nikki, you've been at a plethora of.
I have been at a few. I was just talking about how that's how TJ and I met.
Yeah.
Because I was roasting him a little in our Instagram stories, and he goes, "Oh, off to a hot start." I was like, you know what, TJ, we were off to a hot start from the beginning when he busted me from a WSOP circuit event final table. With an offsuit, what it was, 7-8 offsuit?
No.
Or was
It was
it 9?
suited.
No, it was a gapper.
No info on the first hand.
I thought it was 8-7 of diamonds.
There's no clue. what you
I'll
told
look
me.
back.
It was
There's a
not
post.
suited.
Trash.
It was 2 red cards, but they were not
Oh,
suited.
we're gonna check the tape. We'll report back. She shoved her, have more than 8 big blinds when you 3-bet and don't expect to fold.
Rude. Honestly, rude.
We're good, thank you. 2 folds. 3 folds.
We've got
4 folds.
what I'm looking at, and I think is incorrect. 2 Caseys, unless
5 folds.
I'm missing something. Casey Hatmaker, indeed, there, but
Casey Mann?
Michael Mann, I believe, is that gentleman's name. We've got 2 Michaels, only 1 Casey, so we'll try to keep that straight. But Casey, or what I believe is Michael Mann, with the ace-3 suited. Mike calls in the big blind. It's Mike Panoro with pocket 6s.
Ooh.
Oh boy, what a flop.
Wow,
Middle
that
set.
is a sexy flop.
For both players.
Yes,
Action.
for both players.
It's very possible we find all the chips in the middle here right out of the gates.
These are the flops that the people come to see.
Panoro is in the middle of the pack, not even one of the 2 shortest, but when you've got middle set here,
You're going nowhere.
you got to be happy to get the chips in.
Oh yeah. And if you've got the nut flush draw, you also are pretty happy about this.
Yeah, it just depends how it says Casey there. The ace-3 of hearts. Mike
Raise.
plans on playing after facing this raise. Does he jam, knowing he's never dead and drawing to the nuts, or does he just take his equity and call? It's actually a pretty small raise. Just min clicks it.
Yeah, I think we just call here. At a final table with all the ICM in play and the pay jumps, I think we could just find a call.
A lot of times Mike with his middle set just has his opponent dead or near dead. So doesn't try to, raise big, doesn't want to lose his opponent. If he knew what this Casey Mike had.
Raise 1.2 million.
I'm trying to not confuse myself, but also not confuse the audience, because it says Casey, but it's
Yeah.
actually Michael Mann there in
I was
C1.
actually at his table as well. I almost felt at him if I had a little bit more chips.
Yeah.
He had ace king versus my ace queen, and we were both all in pre-flop, 2 queens on the flop.
Oh.
So I got a lot of chips from him.
Wow.
Nice that he spun it back up
Yeah.
again.
You tried.
All in.
There's the jam as expected. A 4-bet on the flop, but the ace-3's kind of committed at this point and drawing to the nuts. Let's go for it.
Oh, wow. We'll go with a set. Worst case scenario.
Doing our job for us, not what he wanted to see.
Look, Michael. Thank you.
More
Ooh,
outs.
some more outs there.
Ooh. Good turn. Hopeful turn. Not what I want.
Any 2, any heart?
Oh,
There it is.
Good game.
Wow.
Good game.
Our first
Good luck,
elimination right out of the gates.
Good game, man.
Mike Panoro, who came in fourth in chips, eliminated in 6,
Pull the bounty?
Sure.
and grabs himself $11,232. But you heard the players there, very importantly, a bounty pull coming.
Well, we can
Is it dead small?
hold the action for a minute to do the bounty cam, right?
Casey runs good, huh?
Cool.
Yeah, I want to pull the bounty, but I'll wait till.
Can we hold the action for a minute to pull the bounty? Get the bounty cam?
It's up to you guys.
I would.
I don't want to slow action if you guys don't, but want to. But
I would. Yeah. I
If
would like to
Mike
get
pulls the 20K bounty,
wanna
that
get-
immediately puts
wanna see what
him
gets pulled.
above third place money.
Right.
Definitely want to see what gets
And
pulled.
it's interesting because right
And it'll
now,
be good TV also.
like,
Yes.
final table, you never want to bust because of the ladders.
Yeah, I was talking about the ICM earlier, but now thinking about it,
You
yeah.
you have to get in the mix to fight for that
I'm all about
bounty,
that
especially if you're one of the
entertainment
bigger stacks.
Yeah.
That's why we're really here.
Once that 20K is off the table, this dynamic will change a
Yeah, I
little
mean,
bit.
I got
But as
into
it is,
By watching televised poker
we're gambling.
when I was a kid.
4 folds.
No gamble, no
Friggin'
future. You know, I
Moneymaker.
finally got to
Moneymaker,
play
yeah,
with
watched that.
who started that.
Maker era.
I didn't know it.
Rinlin?
That was
Was it
was
not
it-
Rinlin?
what year was that?
Bobby.
Was it
Isn't
2000?
Bobby?
I don't know.
I guess it started here at Borgata.
Really?
Yeah, he's a local player
I
here.
didn't know this.
He's legendary here. And like, yeah, he started that.
Did he tell you this?
Two.
Like, did he
Well,
say
the
it
people
was
at the
his
table told me
this
that.
is-
Yeah,
he
and
started
he yelled it in the middle of a
That's one,
tournament, and
of
everyone
course,
cheered.
At the very end of
It
And
is-
I was like, oh yeah, like the show.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, nah, he started.
Yeah.
that. And I was like,
I
oh.
feel like Borgata in Northeast Poker has a lot of characters, specifically those with stories who like start trends or start sayings or start
They all have
things like that.
nicknames too.
Yeah.
I love that. I was talking about that earlier. Like nicknames kind of went away,
Yeah.
poker nicknames, but Texas and East Coast players like still got like, oh yeah, I'm Texas two hats or whatever.
Got 3 coins over here.
Yeah.
All right, back in action.
Ooh,
Ace 9.
two pair here for Casey Michael.
Nothing working for Charlie except tapping the button and the pre-flop betting lead. Guarantee you this one's not getting through. Just a question on how the ace-9 plays it. Has the queen-7 drawing dead on the 3 turn. Charlie keep the foot on the gas? He does. This is my board, he says. There's an ace and a king out there. You just called pre-flop. You can't have that strong of a hand. Wrong on all counts. This bet's not getting through either. Now, if you're holding the ace-9, Nikki, does 2 barrels from Charlie make you feel like he actually has a hand here?
No.
We're still up against a pretty wide range.
Yeah, I mean, there's no straights here yet. There's no. I mean, also the button open is the button's very wide.
Keeps his bluffs in with just a call.
If it was an early position open, I'd be a little bit more on edge. But I think that Michael's more so trying to keep his opponent in here. Now the king is kind of scary because it's the second pair.
And it's actually counterfeits.
And it counterfeits,
the ace and
yes.
So we're losing to bigger aces.
And the hearts came through.
Shopping with low aces. Yeah, this is one of the worst cards in the deck. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, he checks it back. See, I would.
Stupid river. Yeah.
Well, you weren't getting anything
You weren't getting
unless your
anything.
opponent fired all 3 barrels, of course.
Yeah.
I figured. I was trying to.
And
trying to get you to hang yourself.
the aggressor was unblocking all of the things that actually got there. So
Okay.
For what? Bounties?
Yeah.
good check
that makes
back.
sense.
Oh yeah, they gotta get this final table done so they can do the live stream of the heads up.
Fair.
Are they doing the live stream of the heads up still?
Yeah, they're doing it after. According to the blog, they're doing it after this at some points.
Shout out to the chat. We've got you live. A lot of love in the chat. People rooting for Casey, for Mike the man. This is set up downstairs on the bottom floor of the Borgata, just below the poker room. Streaming setup, and they also opened up a bunch of tables down here, running all the mixed games, mostly downstairs. Poker action on all 3 levels, upstairs in the conference center,
Around there.
main floor in the poker room, and down here in the basement. Speaks to how successful and popular this series is. We need all the levels to make this thing work.
625. Raise, 625. One fold. Three folds.
Guess they don't want me drawing the bounty during a hand.
I mean, you'll have to.
Yeah, you're gonna have to because they're.
Oh yeah, they're not pausing the clock, and I don't want to miss action. So.
Well, we might just have to do them on break, maybe. Maybe that's the.
Do you have the key for the bounty?
Manny.
Do you have the key for the bounty?
If I want to draw the bounty because I'm not in hand,
I'll let you this one. Just this one.
well, I'll
This
wait.
is the last spot I'll work.
But yeah,
I'm fine with that.
I'll either do it during the break, or if there's like a big hand brewing, I'll just pop over and do it.
Which seems counterproductive because that would, for the stream.
I know.
That would, like if there's a big hand going on, they want to focus on that, but then they also want to focus on the bounty.
They don't need to watch me pull a bounty.
Oh, we want to watch you pull a bounty.
There's the whole routine. To
You
do
hear
it.
him talking it out. Production kind of told him
What
when.
would the people like to see more? Well, we want to see the bounty,
For
sir.
sure.
And they want
Until
to
that
see you do a
20K
song and
hits
dance
at least.
and pull a 20K.
Exactly. Which I won't be all smile and say, okay.
Yeah,
If-
production is kind of telling them like when they want them to pull it and when they don't want them to pull it. So I'm not sure exactly when it's going to happen. It might be during a break, but
But I hope we get to see it. I hope we do.
I think they've we've coached them on where to stand and how to sweat it and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
If
So
not, you can check out poker.org. We will definitely have footage of the bounty pull happening. Oh, and by the way, I just went and checked, and Mr. Mann,
Yeah.
he goes by Casey.
okay, excellent.
Yeah,
So Michael
he's
Casey
in this.
Mann.
He'll go by either, but he prefers Casey.
Okay. All that work for nothing.
All
Now,
that
so
work.
we do have 2 cases then at
We
this final
do.
table. Should have
That's why it
known
was
better.
confusing.
Production usually gets their stuff right.
No, it makes
Nice,
sense.
man,
I'm glad you went through the back check, you know, because
Yeah.
sometimes it's wrong.
Right.
And then we go through the whole stream calling someone the wrong name.
I apologize to Casey and his friends and family. We'll go with Casey from here on out. 2 of them, seat 1, seat 2, both Casey's.
Imagine
Travis
if the
Zachary
commentator
Jones.
went the whole stream calling you Nikki Limo. How embarrassing that would be.
Ooh. That was a snap.
Have you ever
Someone just
pulled
snapped
an
their card.
envelope in a
No.
mystery bounty format?
I have. My one and only mystery bounty that I cashed, it was actually the first one I played, but it was the Atlas Tour. It was a $400 entry, 1 bullet, and I pulled the $5,000 bounty.
Sick brag.
Yeah, the biggest one was 10,000.
Okay.
But I pulled the second
That's
biggest.
pretty good.
It was pretty cool.
Could have done better.
It was exciting. I could have. If I had your energy,
No.
the TJ
No,
Luckbox
no.
energy.
It doesn't apply to mystery bounties.
Oh, really?
I've only I've played 3.
Yet.
I cashed 1, and I ran deep, pulled 6 bounties, 5 mins, and then 1 double min. So like.
So you need extra.
So
Wow,
bad.
you don't have any bounty run good.
Yeah.
Just everything else in the
Yeah,
world.
well, I mean, I had to run good to knock 6 people out, but I wasted it all there.
I'll coach you on that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just going to have you be my proxy bounty puller in the future.
See, that could work too. Like when you roll craps, you just have the better rollers do it.
Exactly.
Nice hand, nice
A
hand.
shove from the
Thank
short stack. Travis King
right.
5 suited gets through. They're playing 120K big blind level right now. So our shorty, Casey Hatmaker in seat 2, has 9 big blinds. Apparently, chat, when you say, let's go Casey, I'm going to need more information.
Yeah,
We
true.
have a lot of Casey fans. I just don't know which one.
Be specific.
Be specific. KCM, the man, seems to be getting the most love.
1 fold.
From Westerly, Rhode Island, this
the
man has
quickest
about
I've seen you
$34,000 in live earnings. That's
It is not
Casey
a,
Man,
not
that
a
is.
big-
So if a good showing today, he could eclipse his entire
Wow.
thought
live
you were
earnings
taking
with
your time.
1
In, like, a
tournament.
good-
Let's
Because
go.
we've got 64K up top.
Reacting quickly.
That's always fun.
I'm known for taking some time, but I thought I was acting pretty fast there.
I didn't notice anything
No, nothing irregular.
No, I wasn't saying like
Got
that.
blind
I was
versus
at
blind
8-7,
here.
but that was
I was the
Very
irregular
wide
one.
ranges.
It's true. It is true.
Yeah, had no idea. Felt like he wanted the bounty.
Chris Donnelly says 40% chance that Casey takes this home. The maths.
Pretty good.
We don't care
Still,
about the
tough.
short stack.
Ooh,
be
2
that
pair
far ahead
for
of two
Charlie
ranges
here.
Yeah.
But it's a monotone board.
It's a kid.
Unfortunately
Blue
for Zach,
person.
just 2
Yeah.
overs, no spades,
bounty
drawing
or-
very
Yeah.
thin.
We were at 8 at that point, right?
It was a great board for the big blind,
Because I said if
especially
I knock
when
two people out, I
he
think they'll
didn't
be one person
raise.
left. I could be wrong.
Just checks behind. A lot of low cards
The
going to
last
connect
one
with that
was
range.
Matt.
And
He was in the 9 seeds.
Zach loses the minimum on that flop.
Straight flush.
It's a straight flush.
2 pair? Pair don't care.
2 pair, no care.
You guys want to do
Straight flush gets paid the same amount here.
What'd you ask?
That 8-9 was not sticking around.
We had a royal flush on the stream yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Guy made no money.
I was gonna say sometimes
went
it's
3
wasted in tournaments.
We went 3 ways. Someone had 2 pair, someone had top pair, but none of them had a suit that was on the
never know.
board.
You never know.
This guy had king jack of hearts on like ace, queen, 10, 8 heart.
Uh-huh.
Bets the river, small, fold, fold. Doesn't even show it.
What?
I
You
know.
have to show it when you put
Silently mucks,
Maybe he
pushes
didn't
it to
know.
the middle. I have a feeling he
Did he
knew.
not know?
But the karma gods saw fit because he busted a few hands later, and that's
Oh
what
my
you get when you disobey the unwritten rules
Yes,
of
you
poker.
have to show quads and you have to show a royal flush,
Thank
or
you.
and a straight flush.
Thank you.
It's the rules.
I've made 4 in my life on live poker, and I showed all of them, as you should.
Were they all in tournaments, or did you have a cash one?
3 cash, 1 tournament.
Nice.
The tournament, somebody had the nut full house, too.
Oh,
nice.
that's what happened to me, and I didn't even cash that tournament. So
You made
rude.
the Royal?
Yeah, I made the Royal,
Wow.
and it was the very first hand of the tournament.
Oh, wow. No,
Yeah.
I was deep, thankfully. It was a very big pot.
So rude.
But the cash ones, all 3 ones that I made were in rooms that gave you bonuses for high hands.
Yeah.
And all 3 of them I got $0 for various reasons. The first one was a minimum of 4 or 5 players at the table, and we had 1 too few. So you needed 5, and we had 4.
You have run good and then
Then like
weird
weird spots.
weird run
Yeah,
bads.
exactly. And these like inconsequential things. Ace 10 versus King 10, button versus cutoff. Travis has the betting lead. Flops top pair against the gutter ball. With a spade on board, 2 backdoors in addition to the draw to the nuts. Don't think Zach will be letting this go for a single bet.
Thanks, Manny.
That's 280,000.
Even if Travis showed us his hand right now, I feel like we got to see 1.
Yep.
Travis, the effective stack, though, isn't super deep, so if we brick the turn, our hands are going to be cuffed somewhat. But if we bink, money to be made.
Or if we pick up a spade in there. I love these backdoor flush draws.
For those asking about the prize money, we'll flash it on the screen shortly, but up top is $64,000. Right now, these 5 have $14,000 locked up. That's not including any bounty money left in play.
All right, brick the turn here. The King 10.
Have to feel like our Ace 10 looks to be the best hand the majority of the time. To bet for value protection or to pot control is the choice it has to make now. Not a ton of draws. Well, we do have hearts present, of course. Feels too weak to check, but we'll see if Travis agrees.
Where is everyone?
That's 525,000 for folds.
Like this sizing, tries to keep hands just like that in, gives a bad price to a gutter ball.
Yep.
Sets up a river shove if so chosen, but takes it down this time.
Are you guys on board for pausing the clock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. We feel good.
That's our tournament director, Kelly.
Great. So after
Kelly DeSellis, I think her phrase is, I love that. Like
Yeah.
anytime she gets the answer she wants or takes care of something, I love that. It's every time. You'll hear it every time you
Yeah,
talk
she's
to her
got
now.
very positive vibes.
Yeah. Shout out to Kelly DeSellis, making one of the many people, but a very important one, making this Winter Poker Open and other series at Borgata happen. Oftentimes 5, 6 events running on a single day.
Yeah.
Just a lot to manage.
And on different levels, 3 different
Right,
levels, you guys.
exactly.
Thank you.
We're currently in the basement.
Thank you.
Thanks for that.
But there's also the entire poker room and the entire upstairs.
We've got Poker.org in the chat saying, big fan of Nikki Limo. How do we get to meet her?
Oh, Poker.org. Talk to my manager. No, huge shout out to Poker.org for covering this event and for sending me out here, and TJ.
Hi.
Hey. Love all the stuff you guys do.
Right back at
do.
you.
You know, like I'm part of the fam, but also I admire everything everyone's doing on the team.
We really do have such great people in poker on this team. Passionate poker fans, content creators, reporters, really make the coverage on the back end work well. Look at this. Okay. Short stack Casey Hatmaker gets in there with a shove of 1 million, like we said, about 9 big blinds over the open of Charlie.
Yeah, that's going to be a good move.
Nice hand, nice hand.
Let's go.
Yeah, just open. I get more.
I guess you probably call.
Yeah, if he opens, he's probably got a
If
call.
he, I mean, I don't think he's folding much, but I would.
All right, I'm gonna draw this.
Oh yeah, nice.
I think it's
Let's
bounty
do it.
time.
I did not have the nuts, but it's good enough.
I'm excited. Everybody think of 20 grand.
Honestly, like
feeling about
as much as people love him,
feeling about this.
and Casey
I
Man
do.
is
You think
fan
you're gonna
favorite
fold?
apparently, I would far rather see that 20 hold up just for dramatic
good for him if he
effect.
does, but I
Once
love
it
it.
hits,
That's true.
yeah.
That's true.
We've got 6 pulls to do today.
That's
Or-
true.
And if it's gone now, then kind of not much drama left.
All right, TJ.
Oh,
We'll see. I won't be mad either way.
I'll be on your
Exciting.
side. No, that's true. I just can't help but think about the biggest bounty when
Right.
someone's drawing.
I think one of the other players at the table said I got a bad feeling he's going
Alright.
to rip it. Just
Well,
beat
he's
it.
got quite a bit of luck. I mean, I told you he was almost out
Sweat,
when,
sweat,
on
sweat,
what-
True.
when I saw him, and then he spun it all the way up. So,
And here he is.
and here he is right now.
Here's the sweat.
He's the guy to do it. Hit his flush on the river.
16-25.
Not bad, not bad. What's the min?
1625.
I'm not certain. They said that they're all around that range, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still happy. 1625.
I imagine that's the min because it was mirrored.
1250
1250 was the buy-in,
was the
so it can't
buy-in.
be much. Well, sometimes mystery
Alright,
bounties are
20's a
weird,
lot.
of course.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys are all bummed for me.
Almost 2 grand, you know. That's pretty fun.
Just a little
I
bonus.
love
Little-
bounties.
Yeah,
Mystery bounties.
They're fun, but when all the money is
'Cause you
there,
haven't gotten
I had a
it.
bad experience.
You know what it
I
is?
had a bad experience.
I started in cash, and when I moved to tournaments, I was like, I was practicing online, and I busted like, it's so hard to make the money, you know, like when I was first starting to, practice.
Yeah.
And I was like, this sucks. I want to
Tournaments
just play
are
cash.
stupid.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
stupid. And then Andrew Nemi was like, you just need one deep run,
Yeah.
and you'll be addicted forever. My very first live tournament, I just beaked it.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was at the Orleans.
Needle
it was just like
in the
it was
arm.
100. Yeah, it was like, oh wow, this feeling's great. You
Yeah.
never get this feeling in cash.
Yep, that's how they get you.
Yeah, and then 2 months later was my first WSOP, and that's where I final tabled the second event. It was like,
Wait, was that with us? No, this was a
no,
different
this
one.
was
okay.
the year before. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing like it. That's how they get you. But so for you, you just need to pull a big bounty, and then you'll
One
be
time.
like,
Yeah,
oh
I
my
know.
god, I
I
love
know.
bounty events, mystery bounties.
It was just like a field of like 1,200 players, and I finished in like 16th place. And
Wow.
I barely doubled my money.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
like- it was- it
that
was
could
something
happen
like
too.
that,
That
yeah.
sucks too.
They yelled at you?
Yeah, they told me to like.
I do get a bit of anxiety when the deeper I get in mystery bounties if I haven't gotten a bounty yet.
Right.
Like,
I better win this thing,
I'm
I
working
guess,
so
because I'm not
hard
going
for
to make
this
money in
tiny
the
prize
bounties.
pool. Yeah,
Yeah.
if I don't get bounties.
These tournaments are already so high variance, and now we just take half the prize pool and say, let's pull a lottery for them. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
it's really tough. But hey, somebody goes home very happy.
Wow. We want a hand.
Button's correct.
One a hand via walk.
hand, nice
We'll take it
Thank you.
any way we can get it. They're going to make us.
4.
4.
Oh,
You got 4 also? I also got 4.
That's our stacks. Casey Man, the man, up top, 73 bigs. Separated himself a bit from the pack. Hatmaker still trying to find a hand, trying to pull off a double.
Yesterday I had a bunch too.
yeah.
Yeah, there were a couple people that had a lot.
Probably going to
We
get
had
called a
quality.
little wider
Yeah,
than usual at
quality,
this
no
point.
quality.
They had the quality.
Yeah, with the bounty, with the big bounty in play for sure. Because normally, like at a final
Every table I
table,
was at was
being
like
short
the
stack, you
deepest
kind of like you
table
don't
on
know
the
you're gonna
room
lose.
side.
Like you
Yeah.
just
Rarely-
kind of
I really
go
have
in on the
to
average
decide
stacks
till-
that need to
till
play a lot
close to the
tighter.
end.
I had a crazy seat draw.
But yeah, with the bounties in play,
11 bigs usually has quite a lot of fold
Yeah,
equity
my
in a
opening
final table setting. Nobody wants to
had-
double
had
up the
one
shorty.
One stack below
There's
that.
possibility when you got 20% chance of pulling a 20K and you don't want somebody else to get it, you might take a spot you wouldn't
And I busted
otherwise
him on
take in
second
a
hand.
similar situation.
you know what apparently doesn't have fold equity is 8 big blinds at a final table against a button open.
It was suited. I'm going to die on that
It's
hill.
not suited.
Button's good.
Wow.
Either one of those cards would have been a good card for my double down.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful trophy there in the background. But both the BetMGM trophies and the Borgata trophies are beautiful. They're heavy.
Yeah, I like heavy trophies. Might have to pay extra at the airport, but that's okay.
Exactly. These guys are probably driving home for what it's worth.
Oh yeah.
yesterday for the hybrid online final table we commentated on, they gave away a custom gaming computer.
What?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Worth over $4,000 or something.
Wow.
And it was transparent, so you could see inside like all the sexy computers are. And it had BetMGM logos all over the place.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I mean, it's a cool prize for these guys who grind online.
Yeah, of course. I mean, a $4,000 computer, regardless, I would take. I mean, that's just cool.
Yeah. That's out of my pay grade. I don't even know what a $4,000 computer would do that I can't do with mine, but
mine looks fancy. It's got the transparency and stuff. I got it for gaming, but
okay, so you've got a full desktop.
yeah, well, I only use it for streaming.
Oh, okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
because I use my MacBook for everything else.
Do you need like an Ethernet cable
take it.
direct, or is Wi-Fi good enough for streaming?
At our place in Vegas, Wi-Fi is
Sufficient.
fine, yeah. But in LA, my Wi-Fi was terrible.
Yeah.
Definitely needed something extra.
Speaking of LA, hearts go out. I know some of our team members out there, lots of things on fire.
Really scary, really sad. Really close to home too. Like I know people personally whose houses burned down, and that's like crazy.
Yeah.
Like, cause you know it's something you see on the news,
Right.
but you don't like when it happens to people you actually know. Like their house burned down. You see the picture of a house that you've seen, like been inside, and it's no longer there.
Right in LA, major U.S.
Wild.
city. Yeah.
And well, so I've lived in California all my life before Vegas. Fires are every year, right? This particular one I've never seen anything like it. It's
crazy.
hitting the cities. It's hitting like areas that normally don't get hit by fires. So
Hearts go out to them.
hearts go out for sure.
You know, we complain about things like being in the snow in the winter sometimes and it's cold, but there's real issues out there. It's always worse.
Yeah.
We are lucky to be here, sweating some final table action, bringing the entertainment to you all. Hatmaker, King 10 suited in the big blind. This is actually a possible spot for him to take.
Jam-a-lama.
After an open for Charlie, the big stack. Part of it is Casey knows he's likely getting called here. So do we just call and see a safe flop and then go with it, or do we
I jam.
take the spin?
I think I take the spin.
We are the absolute shortest stack.
I want to realize.
Just a min open.
Deuces will definitely, well, I mean, I would say they definitely call.
Yeah, 100%. I imagine that Charlie might be calling any open.
Yeah. Knowing that Casey would jam maybe with any ace.
Guess I might be wrong. If he's thinking about this, I'm definitely wrong about calling any two cards. And he does call it. We'll go to a flip. Casey Hatmaker at risk.
Let's just not even do a run out. Let's just not do a run out. King high versus deuces.
Just chop, do an equity chop.
Yeah. Take my 55%.
Good luck, Casey.
Chop it up.
Good luck to everybody.
Good luck to everybody. Oh, there's the king.
King high
Let's go.
flop, 1 hearts.
Can it hold?
Leaves Charlie drawing very thin.
Nope.
Only 2 deuces, 1 pull.
Nice hand.
Nice hand, nice hand.
Faded the outs.
Double secured for Casey Hatmaker.
Let's go.
Very important double. Catapults him to a playable stack of over 20 big blinds. And it's awkward because usually if you're the rest of the players at the table, you're rooting for people to bust. But now there's that slight thing like, I hope this guy doesn't bust
Yeah,
him because
'cause
he's
I
going to
want
I
the-
want the bounty. Yeah.
Take it.
Mixed feelings. Casey, the only one 100% genuinely happy about that result.
Are they going to show the pay jumps? Because I'm curious what that ISIN actually is.
I can give them to you until they
3.6,
do. It looks like they've locked up $14,390.
Okay.
Next place pays $20,760. So we're
So
looking at about
6,000.
$6,300 or so.
Okay. Okay. That's not too shabby.
Then $31,500 for third, $45,606 for second, and $64,044 for first place. You know what they say, deuces almost never win. It's Robbie in the chat.
So you're supposed to take the amount of bounties left and add them up, and then take the average bounty to kind of calculate
Yeah, how much?
your
Yeah.
ICM. This is some nerd shit, but
Yeah.
like, I don't know what the bounties that are left. I mean, I know there's a 20 grand one.
Yeah, if we're assuming that they're all 1250, which I was told that's about the range, So we got 1250 times 4. That's $5,000. So there's about 26K in bounties. Divided by 5 means your equity is somewhere around 5,200, 5,300.
5,300, yeah.
So each bounty is worth 5,300 or so in EV, give or take, depending on the exact amounts of those small ones. But once it's gone, those drop dramatically, almost to the point of inconsequentiality.
Yes, that's true. And that's totally a legit word.
No, it's not.
Absolutely a legit word.
I liked how it sounded in my head.
That's a Berkey thing to do.
Inconsequence being the actual word, but I said no.
Yeah,
we're
what?
gonna have fun with the English language.
Hybrid it. Why not? The youths are shortening all the words. Let's lengthen them.
I think I'm just getting to the point that modern vernacular, I'm starting to not understand it.
Just now?
Well, I usually, I'm pretty online,
Yeah.
especially with the job and everything. So if I see a word, I don't know what it means, I look it up, I know it. But now I've stopped caring.
They change it so fast
Yeah,
now.
I stopped caring.
When we were growing up, back in our day, they changed it, the slang words every couple years. It took a few years for dude to go out of fashion.
Right. Now it's every week.
Yeah.
TikTok, latest trend.
Yeah,
It's
and,
okay.
and if you faux pas, like if you say something that you just picked up, like it's giving blah, you know, it's like, oh, that person's old because that was like
everyone
2 months ago. We don't say that
It's a
anymore.
losing game. I care not
You
to play.
cannot catch
And
up.
I'm not even hating.
Me neither.
You know, power to them. Have fun with it.
For sure.
I've just kind of given up.
I'm the embarrassing aunt, and I love it. You know what? I own it.
It's big.
Oh, you did it in day one? Back day one?
Day one, yeah. Day one A.
Actually, on day one of this tournament,
had
my
to come
table was
back and
pretty
play this
fun.
that day 'cause
We had a bet
somebody
going
here.
because a guy at my table loved to argue everything, and he was adamant that everybody knew who Mr. Ed was.
Oh, yes.
Right? And I was like, I
250.
guarantee you, I will make a bet right now
Yeah.
that nobody under 25 knows who that is.
Yeah.
And he was like, what are you talking about? They reference it on their
Yeah.
TikToks and their memes. I guarantee you, if I call my kids, I'm like, I'll bet you.
Yeah.
I got everyone making bets. Half the table thought Mr. Ed was pretty relevant. People
Yeah.
would know it. Half the people were like, I don't know.
What,
I don't think my
70
nephew
years
would.
ago? Like when did
Yeah,
it?
well, I knew the reference because of Nick at Night.
Yeah.
But I grew up in the 90s.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm considered kind of old compared to under 25-year-olds. And I don't think that there's no way that they get this reference.
And?
Anyway, they asked at least 10 under 25-year-olds. 0.
Yeah, that doesn't
Not
shock
a
me.
single one. I was like, let's go. He was shocked.
Yeah. It like burst his worldview.
Yeah, it made
like
him feel
there's no
so
way.
old. How do you not know who Mr. Ed is? He's like yelling at his kids. Mr. Ed was a talking horse, by the way, to all you under 25-year-olds out there.
And there, I remember there was all these conspiracy theories about how they got the horse to appear
Peanut
to be
butter.
talking. That's the one I've heard the most of.
Yeah.
Is that factual? I don't know.
I think it is factual. I mean, that's what I always heard, so maybe.
This had to be like the dream job for that horse. I get to eat peanut butter all day.
Or a nightmare, like how frustrating. Can never get it off the top of my mouth.
20,000.
We've got action here. Casey Mann
Opening with the 10 deuce, getting bold here. These
Putting
final
his
table opens.
chip leader hat on. But Zach has flopped a very strong hand, all things considered, short-handed
call,
from the
or-
big blind. Second pair, backdoor straight,
Sorry, I thought
backdoor
you said
flush.
280.
No worries.
Put in a little
Not
bit
enough
too
to
much,
raise
but
anyway.
not enough to raise, so
Bailed
it
out, you
will
got
play
bailed
as a
out.
call.
He did.
Some good turns for Casey as well. The
Ooh.
9's not really one of them.
Yeah. 9 feels good, actually.
Makes Zach feel much stronger
For-
about
for
his second
Zach.
pair.
And it's rainbow, so no flush draws out there to worry about.
Chooses to lead in this spot. Little equity denial.
Four bets, 180.
I like it.
If our opponent has something like 10 jack, 10 queen, queen king, you know, all the potential overcard slash gutter balls, those sort of things, we want to protect against it, not give a free card. But this is a very small-ish blocker bet.
Good bet, good
And
bet.
it's going to get, I mean, it
Gets
works,
through
yeah.
with this particular hand to the 10, which might just be dead.
Right. I think, you know, Zach probably is aware that Casey, as a chip leader, can now kind of bully the table with their opens, and so you can get a little bit more aggressive on your boards to defend.
True.
Deny equity to those overcards.
Still a scary spot if he were to get raised there, but can't play scared all the time.
Cannot.
Kind of naming his own price, and it just gets it done.
Now Casey picking up a hand here with the ace-queen suited.
Right back on the horse. No pun intended after all the Mr. Ed talk.
Raise 240,000. 2 goals. 3 goals.
Charlie with a defendable king 10, likely to give Casey some action. A lot of flops could interact with both of these hands. This, not really one of them. The jack high misses both players. Ace high still in the lead.
I think he has a pretty high c-bet frequency here too. One being chip leader and also the early positional plan.
I think if there were one hard on the board, it's kind of a mandatory c-bet.
210.
Either one fine with 2 cards under the 7 out there. A better flop for Charlie's range, but
That's correct.
we're just going to let the king high go, of course. Makes our life easier as Casey.
You've got a whole assortment of waters to choose from.
Yeah. Gotta stay hydrated out here.
Do I want the regular water or do I want the smart water with the extra, you know?
That was the morning water. Now this is the afternoon.
What's the evening water?
Hopefully Aquapana is the best.
I really like the energy of East Coast players. Everyone here is like just down to earth, friendly, like not knocking West Coast players, but
I want to push back a little bit on the friendly. Yes, most of it, but a lot of times it comes off as aggressive.
yeah, it's aggressively friendly.
Exactly.
I like it. Everything sounds like an argument.
Right, but it's done in a, like, we're just interacting.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to say how I feel. As somebody who grew up in the Midwest, lived in New York City, and now lives on the West Coast, I've seen all 3 sides of it. Midwest is nice always, even if you don't want to be. West Coast is just generally chill, right?
Fake nice.
Fake nice when they're nice sometimes. And East Coast is just, I'm going to say what's on my mind.
I love it.
And that's the most refreshing in my opinion. But it's a lot for some people to handle when they didn't grow up around it.
True. I grew up on the West Coast, but I think, I have a lot of sarcastic assholes in my family. Like, we're just a bunch of sarcastic. So I feel like their East Coast vibe is, like, definitely more my vibe.
For sure.
Of people and the way they interact. I just prefer people to say things straight up and bluntly.
Yeah.
It's just more funny, too.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like playing on the West Coast or Vegas. It's a rarity to, like, hear a full-out argument at the table.
Yeah.
It, like, perks your ears up. If I don't hear one here, it's a shocker.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Which is fine. I'm not saying people are getting into fistfights or anything. We're just, having fiery, passionate conversations up here. Like Mr. Ed, and if people know who he is.
Exactly.
Bottom 5% hand for Casey. Letting go.
Everyone's so tense. I feel like we've been rather loose and chatty.
No, we've been lively, but yesterday we were, I guess, extra lively.
Yeah.
For a final table, I think
No,
we're
I know. For a final table, I agree.
We're a rather entertaining bunch.
Yes.
Agreed, fellas. We were just saying so.
Yeah.
Especially we're all around the same age group here. Assumptions being made, but
And I came in 6 in every one.
Dude, you don't have to brag.
6 out of 6. I'm like,
You're doing great.
I'm just done.
You already won the tournament, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm going out in 6 for sure. But you saved me.
we are fairly deep here for this event.
Yeah,
actually.
it really, for a final
Okay,
table,
yeah.
I'm a little surprised. Especially a third day final table.
Right, yeah. When we look at the $400, the $600 streams, the Almighty, and the kickoff and stuff, come in like 20, 25 bigs deep. This is
I think he either
about
gets
double that. Seems about 40 or so.
Oh, so he's winning.
There's no numbers. Yeah, there's no evidence.
Gonna really make you wait for those bounties.
For sure.
Oh, thanks, Chris.
seen some pretty wide opens on the buttons. I'm not saying anything's egregious, but players happy to play that position here. No, none of these middling stacks really want to get super involved with mediocre hands. So we're seeing some conservative just calls left and right. Bottom pair for Casey, outflops Travis. Does check back though. Interesting card.
Yeah.
Travis
Diamond
has
draw.
the second nut flush draw now. Weakness shown from Casey, but oftentimes we'll see check back with hands like ace highs that have showdown value, and now this ace comes in.
I think Travis can comfortably call a bet here.
Especially one that's only 1/3 pot.
Casey's still currently ahead, but there's diamonds.
This bet likely
Sexy.
designed to get value from hands just like this, deny equity between hands that like have a 9 through queen in them. And also we can just check back most rivers unless we improve. So we're kind of naming our own price to get to showdown. Unless Travis senses weakness and chooses to pounce as a semi-bluff. Didn't think that was the likely line. Instead, we just call.
Brick on the river, giving Casey the best hand here with the 7.
And I would imagine 2 quick checks are in order.
Yeah.
Not sure what we can get value of over Casey. Maybe deciding if we need to get something to fold, but I don't
Try to get an
think.
E to fold, I guess, but
Right.
I don't think that's necessary. Well, he might
He
go for a
disagrees.
bet.
I think that might be exactly it. Getting an 8, maybe an attempt at a king to fold, but in case our 7 is no good, let's put out a bet. It does open you up to being check raised if Travis has that in him. But with only 3.2 behind, it would represent a large, if not all, portion of his stack.
Yeah, I think he finds a fold only because the chips you lose in mystery bounties, like you still want to be able to cover people. They're worth so much more than the chips that you gain.
This is definitely true. Astute. Unfortunately for him, that does bring him down to near the bottom of the pack.
I don't know what you have.
3.2, 4th out of 5 in chips. Little mergy bet, little value, perhaps getting slightly better hands to fold. Either way, same results.
Too low?
Thank you.
What's what's your name?
That was
I know, but I never learned
Taking
it.
10-minute breaks.
But I never learned her name.
There's 8.5 minutes.
Yeah, but I heard you're a very good dealer.
Yes, she cut it short for us. She ran from the bathroom.
Cut it short so you could pull a bounty.
Of course.
So did you pull the 20K or no?
No.
What?
But the needle.
Wow.
The needle.
That's fine. I'll remember that.
that's
I'll just make sure to pull it next.
You might have. I actually had a good feeling for you. I thought you were going to pull it.
I told him you weren't going to pull it, so.
He did. He had the worst feeling.
described it as a bad feeling.
I had a good feeling for me too. I thought I was going to pull it. Seriously.
I would have been happy for you if you
Funny
did,
how
but I didn't think you were gonna.
$1,400 bounty gets you a little tilted sometimes.
Yeah.
Casey Man looks to be all gas, no brakes now with his chip lead.
Jack 7. He just had Jack 7.
Unless this is his favorite hand and I don't know about it.
Right.
We're just putting pressure on guys now.
All right, round 2.
Next hand, 8160.
8-7 offsuit, apparently the hand that I busted you out of that tournament with.
Vines are equal to 4.
Can't remember if it was 8-7 or 9-7, but it was there was a 7 in there.
250?
Because I had Ace 7.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, or maybe it was you had 9-8, but it was like
Yeah.
yeah, whatever the card I didn't have was. That's the one that came.
I'd put good money that my hand was suited.
I'm gonna go back and review this.
I think I just posted it as an Instagram story though, so there might not be any record.
Yeah, you could go to archives. Oh, you acting like I
should
don't know
see
my
the-
social media?
See the glare that she just gave me.
So you got to check your iCards from 15 years ago.
Nobody needs to see that.
Yeah, when they were just private picks.
Double meaning there. 7-8 for Zach does not connect. Neither does Casey, but we expected a bet from him. Posturing from Zach here or considerations?
Gonna hit with the deck.
Tight fold. You show ace. Show ace.
Button is good.
I made tight fold.
Well, I have the best hand, but you can show.
Oh, you showed it.
He's not wrong.
Tight fold.
He's like, I folded queen.
You folded a 6. No, you folded a 6.
hand. Very, very tight fold.
Yeah. I figured you had a 6, and I was shocked that you folded after you said tight fold. I was like, wow, he's folding a 6. You had what?
I had your favorite hand.
7-9.
We're wrong now. I don't know why we would lie and say we made a tight fold.
I think it was a joke. I say that all the time when it's not a tight fold at all. Like when it's like I have.
Well, these guys are
air.
talking like, oh, I figured you had a 6. Can't believe you fold.
Well, he's guessing that the guy folded a 6.
Right. But
You
the
know what I
big
meant.
blind said tight fold when he made the fold.
Yeah.
Why would we want our opponents in a final table situation
Us
to think
Caseys
they
have
can
to
get
think
us to
alike.
fold?
To be fair, when I say tight fold, I usually show them the not tight fold.
If that
Yeah.
happened, a different story, but I didn't see
Yeah, no, I don't think he's show. Ooh, Casey with aces. Hatmaker Casey now.
it. Bladed up.
With the American Airlines.
We're at 160,000 big blind level.
The one time that Casey man decides to fold.
It's true. 15 bigs, certainly deep enough to open all of our opens.
Too little.
Oh, he
320,
didn't realize
320.
the blinds went up. I wonder if that is that
So
going to be a limp
He
or
would have raised at least 240, which would be enough to force a raise anyway.
that's
So
good.
320 it is. Will his opponents find anything?
Oof, doesn't look like it.
Start with like 2.6-ish? Yes, or maybe 2.4, 2.5. Cool, thank you.
This is one of those situations, Charlie asked that question. He knows a bounty is in play. In other spots, I imagine this would probably be a fold. That might get him in trouble, willing to go to battle with the Jack-5.
Flop comes 5-5, Jack.
Wow, why'd you got to do Casey like
I didn't mean to.
that? You were wrong.
You say it puts someone in trouble. I'm like, ooh, how can they get out of trouble?
Queen high, unfortunately, no connection for Charlie. Hard for Casey
He's
to
got
get
the
value.
backdoor straight draw. Let's
It is there.
calm down a little. You know, he's got a lot of backdoors going on.
We'll see if that's enough for him to continue, depending on the size of this bet. I like it. Quarter,
Yeah, not
quarter
bad.
pots. No value to be found, but still a pivotal pot, and Casey scoops more, up to 3 million.
You said all in pre-flop, right?
What?
You said all in pre-flop?
Wow, that is.
Casey.
Blinds are
160.
I like these Birkenstocks.
If you want to raise, don't make it
Look at this
2-7.
Birkenstock look.
It'll automatically be.
Where we at? Oh, on the right side.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Do you ever have a pair of Birkenstocks?
Nope.
They were super popular when I was growing up.
That explains
What'd
it.
you say?
I was not a popular child.
Well, neither was I, so maybe.
But not only that, but I just, honestly, I grew up, without getting into super details, in a cult and homeschooled.
Right.
So I didn't even know what trends
Cult.
existed, much less.
Like, I'm going to be very, very vague about this, but
Yes.
if you're in a cult.
Not what we don't need to dig into my life
No,
story
we
in this
don't.
live stream, but that's the case.
Unless.
But yeah, I wasn't aware of any modern day trends, was restricted from knowing about them, much less participating in them.
That makes sense. And as cults
Thanks.
do. Yeah.
Like knowing you,
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
makes a lot of sense now. Ace queen off, another real hand for Travis. Any suited cards, traditional defense from the big blind. Casey agrees, especially off his big stack with bounties in play.
Ooh, they're red cards, but not that red.
No diamonds for either player. Top pair, top kicker, though, for Travis. Without a diamond in hand, our opponent has more flushes than we do, but I think top pair, top kicker still has to be a bet. Need to protect against any one diamond holdings.
We do very, very tiny bet on basically any monotone flop.
I couldn't fold even quicker, even though they told me to do it slowly. Gotcha. That's good. That's way good. Good pre, good flop.
Good pit. No, yeah, that's fair.
You talking to over there? I'm just getting my info on you guys.
See.
One of the things with short-handed play is it's hard for your opponent to make a second best hand, hard to get value, so a lot of whiffs both ways.
No.
Look at that, we've got
Like 20 messages, people calling me
Charlie's
Nick there.
sister in the chat.
Let's go.
Shout out Maggie.
Family
rooting on her brother.
members.
Every text I'm getting is.
I just complimented his Birkenstocks.
No, they're talking about when you had ace-9, my hand.
Probably have
Main
to call it
suited
over
is such a
unless you
sexy
go,
hand.
like crazy big.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go crazy big. Luckily, I had my senses.
Under the gun open, king 9 suited. Hearts abound in the blinds, and Casey with 5-3 off the short stack. Slightly deeper now, about 20 bigs or so. When we're very short, easy to realize our equity, basically flop any piece, kind of happy to get in. Not so with 20 bigs. Got to tread cautiously.
Both players hitting a pair here.
Every time you want?
Small sizing, I would imagine, on the ace high board.
Lemon, honey?
I'll take a Diet Coke also.
Oh, I'll do that too. That sounds good.
Quarter pot once more. Casey has flopped a pair.
You know what?
Yeah, I think he's gonna peel one here, and
Can I
that's
do it just
what's
for plain green
it's
tea?
tough about like calling with
Make it
the, off the 20 big blind stack is now you hit a pair.
Thank you very much.
You gotta peel a turn,
Thank you.
losing some chips, even though you're probably crushed.
Yeah, and hard to continue, hard to improve. We do have back doors.
Yeah, a 2 or yeah, some back doors
Or
there.
a back door,
Or
yeah.
any 3, a 5.
Unfortunately, one thing you have to consider is ace-5, a very popular hand. From under the gun, razor could be in his range, so even if we bing 2 pair, it might not necessarily be good, and just chooses to let it go.
I like that. I actually really like that.
Discipline folds.
Disciplined fold that that you wouldn't want to do in the regular parts of the tournament, really, but
Very cuspy. I imagine with a heart on the board, he probably peels,
Right.
but no hearts. Not much visibility for
Wow.
future
While
streets.
you definitely want to keep building that stack so that you'll eventually be able to cover someone enough to win a bounty.
I'll get a 4.
Sibling love,
Maybe I'll get a coffee
as siblings
if
do.
everyone's-
Maggie says that
I don't feel left out.
Charles is a pain in the ass, but I'm still rooting for him.
That's what that. See, that's how East Coasters are. They're just like, but they're your pain in the ass.
Exactly.
Ooh, suited queen 10 here.
Very pretty. And if Casey opens his button, as he's wont to do, Casey will have to consider the 3-bet jam with the queen 10 suited. Don't know how aggressive he'll be. He does have enough chips that he's not going to be called every time anymore.
Ooh, Travis in the big blind waking up with pocket nines, though.
This is a setup. If Casey does get aggressive, this one's not going to get through.
A toughie. It's the technical term for it.
And he has to have picked up at this point that Casey's range is pretty wide.
Yes.
Playing
exactly
a large
it.
portion of pots, so leans towards aggression.
And he's all in.
Travis with the Gretzky's. Chip leader is in the pot behind us.
But bounty's in play.
Bounty's in play.
And the big one's in there.
A very important pot for both of these players. Casey life on the line represents about 65–70% of Travis's stack.
Oh,
There it is.
There it is. Nice.
I will let you two have fun. Good luck. This is in the pot.
Oh, wow. You didn't think it was like that, did you? You didn't think it was like this.
Here we are. We'll spin the wheel for Casey Hatmaker's tournament live. Bounty in play.
We gotta flip. We gotta flip.
yeah, those are yours.
How about 9 jack of
Those are
clubs
yours.
on the flop?
Well, they'll
Oh,
do
right.
That's
those
fair,
first
right?
tomorrow.
Well,
One way or
jack,
the other.
one jack is out of play.
Good luck.
Was it the jack of clubs? Whatever.
I don't remember.
I'll bet $20 on Casey's
I don't
10.
think so. So the jack of clubs
for
could
now.
still
He's
be.
ahead. 9s.
No, I know, but we
If
decide after
if I
the flop.
take mine.
Oh boy.
Take
Wow.
back the bet, but I'll give you.
Yeah.
Nines are looking pretty good now.
Casey just looking for his overcards at this point.
Oof.
I have a full house.
We
Boat
do
now.
have the quad draw, the 3.
We do. Oh,
There's the boat.
that's just salt in the wound.
Nice playing, bro.
Casey Hatmaker, good run
But you.
Yeah, nice run.
from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. This man has over $750,000 in live earnings, and he just
Yes,
added to it
hopefully.
in a decent chunky way. 14K added to that number, and he'll exit our tournament in 5th place.
That
Everyone else
feeling
gets the
though,
jump.
when you spin up a
Travis is
small
very good at the
stack
final
and you
table.
spin it to like a playable level
Yeah.
and then just
Immediately
still
lose.
have to put them all in the middle, yeah.
I swear.
What's that?
Even like,
Ugh, hate that feeling because you get just a bit of hope
Okay.
to like,
Yeah.
oh, I could spin this to
What
the
is it?
win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you come in with 10 bigs or something, like you have reasonable expectations. I need to run hot early, and he did, and he found a big pot.
Yeah.
Listen, she didn't
And
even take a
then-
full 10 minutes. She ran.
And then
That's
the setup.
Yeah, then
She
the
was running,
setup.
and she ran back with some stuff in her hands. I don't know what it was.
One more bounty to be pulled at some point in the near
tread
future.
lightly on my big blind.
I was timing myself, so I knew it was like right outside.
And it's Travis
320.
with that bounty in
Right
his
away.
possession to
Yeah.
be pulled, looking for that 20K.
I am rooting for Travis. No offense.
Hartshorn, the most experienced player at the table, at least when earnings tell the tale. Nearly $1 million in live earnings. In fact, if he wins this one,
Jacks for Travis.
he'll get there.
He's on a little bit of a heater.
Look at this.
Not to jinx anything.
Look at Casey choosing to get in there with the ace-4 off. Makes it much more tempting to take down all this dead money with the jacks from the small. Obviously a 3-bet either way, but it's going to be a little bigger now after Casey comes along. Eyeing up Charlie's stack, realizing he doesn't want to go to a size that commits Charlie. Want to leave options open. Nearly 1.5 million, pretty, I mean, kind of standard
Bigger
for tournaments, but very big for this situation
Yeah.
on the final table. Not messing around. Get out of my pot, guys.
It's because last hand, I don't know. All right.
It is a dynamic. Sometimes people get a little more aggressive on the last hand
Very respectful.
to get people to their breaks.
Oh, it was ace jack. All right. He was looking for the ace. And then
2 jacks.
It was 2 jacks. Yeah, I'd one over. I was like, he's
Night friendly
totally
table
has-
showing
Yeah.
the cards.
Shared it over though, so.
Yeah.
Casey got his hand in the cookie jar there a little bit.
'cause of last
Ace
hand.
4 offsuit.
So I have to
Calling
show
behind
some
the
respect.
under the gun open.
Oh, he was saying it was because of the last hand that he had pocket nines and did that same thing. So he had a real hand last time. So he assumed he had a real hand this time, I think is what's happening.
I see. Okay.
Although we had ace 4 off, so let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't a tough fold there. Or it shouldn't be. Yeah, Casey has been the chip leader, and he still is by ever so
feel like you're
slightly.
having just as
But I
much
think
fun.
he should probably
Which I'm
start
She's getting her camera
cooling
time.
down a little bit as Travis is catching up. Not opening every single hand.
Oh, it didn't do the thing yet?
Raise two. C2 raises 350.
A lot of Travis love in the house.
Yeah.
Someone says, I'll take bets on Travis winning. This live line is minus 500.
Ooh.
I think that that's a bad line, but I admire your confidence in your man.
Yeah. Bad line, but I still agree that Travis is a favorite.
Sitting right there near the chip leader up top.
I mean, I ran into him yesterday during day 2, and he was second in chips. So, you know, in tournaments when it can be very swingy, high variance, to get a stack and maintain it through days and days takes the skill.
I do love that we have both Charlie's sister and Travis's mom in the chat.
Oh, I love it.
This is a family affair.
Family affair.
Thursday afternoon, joining us at the Borgata. Nothing doing for either player.
Very similar hands here.
Check, check it is. King on the turn. I think if we're Travis, after facing 2 checks, may want to take a stab at this now.
Yeah.
Unlikely our opponent has much, but we lose to 9 highs.
C2 gets 425.
If we face resistance, we can decide based on what the river card is, but in this case, absolutely none.
Running
Yeah,
hot,
this
dude.
kind of board definitely favors the button range.
I think you got me covered now.
I have 2 with lemon.
Must be.
That's, oh, that was,
Oh, it's Casey.
oh, Casey, yeah, I had the tea with no lemon, please.
And then 2 dice right there.
Serving staff
Thank you.
coming all the way down here in the basement to take care of these 4 guys. Much appreciated.
Yes, I was going to.
Yeah, he left though.
Oh, okay. You want 2? Because I'm going to throw it away anyway.
Oh, I didn't order anything.
Well, what
It must have been Zach.
No, that was Casey.
I think
Gone.
right,
She was
but she's
asking-
saying I'll give you 2. Like there's another drink.
Another hot green
Yeah.
tea with lemon.
Okay, well,
Maybe someone will want to drink.
Oh, I was going to
he might have ordered 2.
Fair.
maybe.
Here.
Casey
I got you.
Man
we
ordered
do
0
this?
drinks and he received 2. Good life.
With lemon?
Okay.
And one was with no lemon and
Yeah.
someone
Let me just grab $1 for you. Sorry.
Excuse me.
Grab cash.
What did you order, honey?
Oh, are we pulling a bounty?
Very good, yeah.
I hope so.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
Thanks so much.
I'm sorry,
And
I
this
want it
one
to
has
be a
lemon?
sweat for everybody, but I also like really want to see the 20K.
I don't have it on me.
Of course.
Next round, if you could just bring honey. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah, we are. I'm having the waitress leave the camera shot. Ready? All right, we're good to go.
All right.
The way we heard, if you could just bring honey as
I know it.
the floor was talking to Travis, it sounded like he was asking Travis for honey.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, nope. I want this one down here.
Oh, he put one back.
Oh, he put it back. He didn't like the energy of the first
Yeah,
one.
he went with the second.
Yeah, yeah.
You know that either
Fully
works or
had
you
it
gotta
in
sweat.
hand and put it back.
it
Got the
slowly.
second one. See if it paid off for him.
How's it going today? Get some sleep.
Ooh, nice gut move.
Bink $20,750.
The fact that he put the first one back and was like, nope, not that
Wow,
one.
what a
He
change.
knew. He felt it.
Let's listen in.
Fair. Dude.
Intuition locked in.
Hell yeah.
I think.
Good job, buddy.
Felt it more last time.
Did you?
Yeah, I thought
Thank you.
it wasn't gonna get pulled.
That's nice. You just, yeah. at least
Just
doubled.
disappointed everyone else at the table.
Travis does it. The chat goes wild.
I saw the one on the bottom, and I was like, thank you.
Good
You know what's
pull.
funny though? That means that
Yeah, don't do it.
I don't know what second place money is,
One time
but
only.
Travis could potentially not win the tournament, but still make the most money from the tournament.
That is actually possible.
Nice
Yep.
Yeah.
pull.
We don't know what previous bounties they pulled, but second place is 45K. First place is 64K. So
Yeah.
Do we know if the rest are the same now? They're just like all 14?
Yeah, whatever it is.
Said they were all under 2K. Except for
14 or 18.
Yeah.
There's that king nine suited again.
All right, this is your
Love that
20.
hand.
You're running hot. Pulling draws.
I've connected with a lot of flops.
Yeah. Flops.
Mom in the chat going crazy. That's my son. Great pull. Got to be happy. Just 20K
Oh,
to the
yeah.
pocket. Hopefully a nice meal in the future.
Just one.
At least.
At least one nice meal.
Flamingo in the chat asks, how are you commentators? What's the word of the day? I don't think this is a thing that we do, but I'm happy to do it.
Wait, your word was, what was your word earlier that you used? I don't even
That
remember
wasn't
it.
a real
Incongruent, or I don't know.
I don't remember what it was,
All
but
right,
it
we'll
was.
need a new word.
How about, you know the word velicor?
It was
No.
settled in the bottom.
One of
the
the
other thing.
most
I
beautiful
see.
words.
I
Velicor.
could spell it, but I don't know what it means.
Velicor is the feeling of nostalgia and pleasantness that you get from walking
Now I know
into a
what future
used
holds.
bookstore.
Oh,
Take one
very
and put it back.
specific.
Yeah, I know.
Velicor.
You really got to
Hardly ever comes into play, but you bust that puppy out and people think you're
Wow,
pretentious.
yeah.
Just like everyone thinks I am right now.
He acts like he reads books.
Velicor, there it is, your word of the day.
Charlie picking up the 10s here, pocket 10s on the button.
You think you could spell it?
I thought I could until you said that. And
The
now,
definition.
yeah, because now I'm thinking, like, you know how people, this generation has like cottage core and like a core, like C-O-R-E?
Yeah.
Because before I was thinking C-O-U-R.
Okay. Oh, second pair versus the 10s.
Yeah, this is a toughie because ranges are a little bit wider. And Travis, the big stack, covers. Although that big
Three
bounty's
down.
out of play, so not
True.
as juicy as it was before.
True, true. Now the more important consideration is actually the ICM jumps, or the pay jumps and the ICM factor that's connected to them. But we have second pair going nowhere, wide ranges, four-handed. A card neither player really loves, but it might earn Travis a free river. We'll see.
I think so.
I don't think Charlie's going to try to get a jack to fold, so we'll
Both
just
players
check
with
back.
showdown value.
An interesting card, given that Travis does have all the straights and has a blocker to the nut straight. Both players probably
The
likely
flush
to
also
take a
comes
shot.
through,
Yeah.
so that kind of slows things down.
We're getting a lot of
It is the backdoor variety on the turn when no chips went in, but still enough showdown value. Both players check it down, and the best hand wins. as it usually does on Showdown.
Yes. Usually.
I don't think it's me. But I hear
Here's our
that too.
VPIPs.
The text.
It's obviously a very small sample size and very dependent on stack sizes, etc. But Travis on top with 44% of the pots putting money in voluntarily.
I do like to check back turn when my flush draw comes in because
suspect he
it
won't
sucks to get jammed
fold
off it.
Yeah.
So like, and also you get paid because people think you're betting all your flush draws.
True.
So like when it comes in, you just get to get paid off top pair, or second pair, or whatever it is.
The only downside is if it doesn't come in, we're left with nothing and hard to represent things.
True.
Pros and cons for sure, but I agree with you, especially multi-way though, when
Yeah.
other people might have flush draws as well, and you can get value. If you have the nut flush draw, you just check back the turn and bink it. There's nothing better, and then you get let into.
Yeah, when I check back turn, it's usually strong. It's like my stronger hands are, because you always get paid because they'll lead a lot of times on river.
It's the old bet flop, check turn, bet river line that makes no sense, and then you get paid. Yeah.
Green light on bluffs.
Oh, yeah?
Like any bluffs they want to try,
Yeah.
like
You can just call.
Yeah.
It was good enough.
It's good enough.
What do you think about this chip stack strategy here? We've got two walls, both sides, a nice little
Fortress.
funnel for them to come to us.
right.
Still pretty deep. We're lit at about 42 big blinds
Yeah,
average.
this is a very deep final table. I didn't realize.
And hard, you know, when there's no shorties.
Pull. I feel like you just
Yeah.
start to pull
We're
it.
just
Everybody's-
playing a lot of post-flop play.
Even playing field here.
It wasn't a sweat for
It's anyone's game.
He wasn't even happy. He was like, I don't even.
And no bounties, so not really like big ones. So yeah, really just ICM here, focusing on pay jumps.
10%. That's low, but
Very traditional final table now, with the exception of being so deep. And Casey gets things started with King 10 off from under the gun. Also known as the cutoff in this configuration, playing
It took me a moment
four-handed.
to even realize that I had pulled it. I was like, I don't know.
semi-shocked.
No, I just wasn't reading it right, I guess. I was like, wait, is that?
Is that what I think it is?
Yeah.
Couple of Jack-9 offsuits. Big blind closing the action, may choose to get involved here.
Yeah, the jack on the flop for Charlie. Casey does elect to check it back. Opens the door for Charlie to lead with his top pair. Does have the best hand. Casey gonna float, turn. Four pairs on the river, a card that's better for the big blind range. Also, Charlie just has the best hand, so might try to get value from an 8. Oh, checks it. See if Casey wants to put in a bluff.
Guess your 6 is good unless you missed.
There you go. The jack.
Oh, your jack.
I know. The nuts.
Weigh the nuts. But no, I
correct.
didn't put you on that.
Well, I was hoping you'd.
Yeah, that's what I think, as I was thinking. Because Casey has shown aggression this whole time.
Jam.
Honestly, a little surprised if he thought that
Bet.
Charlie had a 6, that he didn't try to get it to
Right.
fold, but
Jack or something, get him to pull.
fair enough.
There you go.
Did check back turn, pretty much only representing an 8, I suppose.
Merging.
Yeah, you're lucky you got that 20K. If my deuce is held, you'd be asking to borrow money.
He locked up fourth place.
Literally.
And fourth place. You knocked up fourth place.
Yeah, fourth place and fourth place. Exactly, fourth and fourth.
Did I not put my small blind on? I thought I did.
You know, I was rooting for your deuces too, obviously.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but you didn't know you were gonna get 9s.
no, of course not. In the moment, I was
He
like,
didn't know about 9s. He knew about the draw. Yeah, exactly. We always know the bounty.
Gonna have an asterisk bounty beside my name forever now.
Zach been fairly quiet recently. Wakes up with king 9 off. Woof. Opens it up. The suited diaper for Casey. You cannot fold this hand in the Northeast. I know it's not dirty diaper, but still. Rigby would roll over wherever he is. And a great flop for Zach. Top pair, gutter ball. A board that rarely connects well with the big blind. Relentless C-bet incoming. He does seem to take his time with all decisions. Think this is genuine thinking, Nikki?
I think it's, can I bluff this? Can I get away with it? Could I do something? And I think it's an eventual fold.
Casey seems the type to really try to get reads on his opponents. And when he senses weakness, maybe make moves. But look at this, the 3 deuce suited from the big blind on the king, queen, 10
for
board.
the raise.
850.
This has to be just very much getting a sense of weakness from his opponent and pouncing, because the hand doesn't make too much sense as a selection against the pre-flop raiser. Like people who go with their gut, trust their instincts though, and be willing to make unconventional plays, especially on stream when you're open to criticism. If we get called, I suppose we can pick up hearts.
Yeah. That is a possibility.
Don't want to see anything above a 9, really.
Zach has the king of hearts, so a little less hearts in the deck. Does make the call.
A deuce brings some life and hope.
Some equity there.
I can't imagine making the best hand was the plan. So what does Casey choose to do? Elected to pick this spot to get aggressive. Slows down with showdown value, really hoping to see a free river here.
Yeah.
It's always scary after getting check raised and then check 2 again. I bet you Zach feels that he needs to bet, but just doesn't want to get double check raised. Will check behind, play some rivers. Oh, I thought that was a 3.
Wow, that would have been really fun.
A 4 comes in. What's the plan, Casey? Do we want to keep our story up?
I guess you got to go for it, but I think Zach just calls here.
When you check back turn, like you were saying a minute ago, like you just set yourself up to pick off bluffs.
Yes, exactly. Almost like a pot control.
I think it has to be really, really big to have any hope of getting a fold.
Absolutely.
What he's saying here, when he check raises the flop and then just checks on a deuce,
is it open ender?
1,050,000.
is I've got a. It's very polar.
Yeah, polar.
It's like I have nothing, or
Either
I have 2
a
pair
set,
plus.
yeah, or I have exactly.
Like I was planning on check raising you if you bet the turn, is what this says. Oh, it's pretty small though.
Yeah, I think this gets picked off.
We didn't check back the turn to fold to this sizing.
Absolutely.
I was being cheeky. Yeah, I thought you had a hand like that. Nice hand.
Yeah, it's hard because you got to go big on that bluff, but it's scary because it's final table, and you kind of feel like you're just punting your entire stack off. That's the only way it gets through.
I know. I bet you that he wanted to just rip the thing.
Yeah.
In the back of his head, the nefarious thoughts.
It's either give up or go for it.
Yeah, the 1
but,
million I
yeah,
feel like had
it's
0%
hard.
chance of getting through.
Yeah, because you got showdown value with that.
Right, with my deuce, right?
Well, he could hit 2 pair of trips.
Yeah, of course.
He can hit 2 pair of chips if he fires. He bets turn again, too.
Running deuce would be sick.
Yeah, but then he doesn't. I'm not gonna. Yeah.
I feel like it's much more likely he has a hand like 9-jack than ace-jack for the chat. Ace-jack just oftentimes 3-bets pre. But a flop straight could have played it that way.
Sorry.
I think, yeah, I think I flop straight after a check raise. I think he still go like a third pot on
Continues
turn.
on the
Yeah,
turn.
continues on turn.
Which is why when you choose like a really unconventional hand to check raise,
Yeah.
there's not a lot of clear lines going forward. Yeah.
A little tricky.
Knowing how long he took to call just the 1 million, though, I think a pot size bet or something on the river probably gets
King,
it
queen.
done.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, you're running good.
That's why I folded king 3.
You got king 3?
Yeah, I did.
I got king 3 too.
Oh, nice.
Just seem to genuinely enjoy talking about the game is what I'm getting,
I think I have more than that.
I love that.
especially Casey in the 1 seat.
Yeah.
Last I counted, I had 6.6. I can't remember if I won a pot. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5.
You have like
That's
4.
7.
Yeah.
I think I got 7.7.
I have 4-8.
4-8. Thank you.
When we did the, when we did the 3-table redraw, I got moved, and Will Fayella was right on my left. First hand I get dealt, I look down at my cards, and he goes, clock. I didn't even look yet.
I'm on that table too, right?
That's Will, though.
Maybe not. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were. You were.
Yeah, he's always doing that.
You were, and then you got moved.
Yeah, that was a fun table. But then I got moved, and my first hand was aces, and that was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. That's the definition.
Yeah, it's like, oh, pretty good. Not bad at all.
Talking about
Steve,
the
you
very
got 2, 4,
popular
6,
Will the
7.
Thrill
I got like
up here.
almost Pretty much the same as I have.
7.8.
If he's at your table, you probably know him.
Basically what I have,
PLO
too.
player, yeah?
He plays everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not met him yet, but I've heard a lot of people were talking about
Yeah.
him. Yeah. Snowman for Zach
see
over
him.
here. This is my most cursed hand.
Pocket eights?
Pocket eights. I can't win with them. Can't win
wins
against
is
them.
No, either way.
Either way,
Yeah.
I've flopped sets with them. Got set over setted. It never works out for me with these pocket eights.
Interesting.
I've lost so many tournaments to pocket eights.
You're a big fan of fives.
I love
know
fives.
this. 5-5.
Yes. Fives are my hand. I said the set comes for me 80% of the time, and
Yeah.
the only time I got it in our cash game, the set came
Yeah,
for me. Did it
on
not?
the river, I
Did it
remember.
not? Against aces.
Yep.
Yeah. All in pre-flop.
Wonder what it would take for you to start hating the pocket fives.
I would never
Like,
hate
would you
them.
what if you got set over set like 8 times in a row or something?
8 in a row? See, that's what happened with pocket eights. Yeah, I guess I would start to feel like pocket fives
Right.
broke up with
It
me.
is possible.
It's possible,
But it takes a lot. Yeah.
but very hard.
A raise from the 8s and a call from the king 3 suited.
Like, we've been through a lot together.
Just a check.
He's got the eight of clubs in his hand as well. So now a gut shot, a pair, and the 8 of clubs. Although if that jack does come through, it'll give Travis the nut straight.
That's true, unless it's the jack of clubs. A straight
that would be
flush draw.
sexy.
Yeah. Unlikely to
Should
give much
we
action.
manifest that?
I would love to see
I
the
would
jack
love
of
to see the
clubs.
jack of clubs.
Royal flush yesterday, straight flush today. Let's do it.
Why not? TJ's in the building. Anything can happen.
I don't know. My powers don't work on mystery bounties,
What if you're not playing them?
apparently. Well, I don't know. We just saw the 20K pulled when you called for
yeah.
it. So maybe you're the one here that can make
Okay,
this
jack
happen.
of clubs, let's go. Everyone think of the jack of clubs.
Problem is, if we face a bet here, we might not get to see a river.
Right. Travis just with the gut shot, no hearts on that board.
It's a small bet, but checks the turn and bets the queen. Travis has to worry that his opponent has connected and
Buns, right?
might be
Come
drawing.
on, show us the
nearly
river,
dead.
show us the river.
Rabbit hunt
Rabbit
one
hunt.
time. Let's just
My phone's gonna be
pretend
blown off in like
that it
20
was the jack of clubs.
That's so sick.
Yeah, he just made a straight flush.
Oh my God, that's sick. You saw it here, folks.
Wait, how do you know?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you got people.
I got people.
Oh my god.
You're done for. Okay.
Queen 7? Oh, it's already.
Queens.
Yeah, Queen, exactly.
Imagine going home with 2 trophies, two big old trophies like that. It's so fun. The Borgata with the clear Borgata building
Listen,
trophy,
my last televised
very similar to the Win trophy, but the clear, the like
one
Yeah,
frosted
like you see right
glass.
there. It doesn't appear very good from like far away
From
on
here,
camera,
yeah.
but when you zoom in close, it looks good, and in person, it looks great.
Looks really cool. One of those, if you had them on the shelf, you'd have to have like a light behind it because
Exactly.
it lights it up. It's
Right.
nice.
But not lying, I know it weighs over 10 pounds.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
those things are chunky, at least.
You have one? Me neither.
One day. I only got to play 2 events this series.
Me too. And one of them wasn't a trophy event. It was the Survivor.
Stone bubble the PLO.
Boo.
Yeah.
You're the bubble boy. So I
Gonna be
guess you
fall.
do get the extremes of luck.
Yeah.
I didn't think it happened to you.
I bubbled more than my fair share of tournaments.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, that makes me feel better. You're not superhuman.
I usually don't post about those.
It's not as exciting to read.
No, it just comes off as complaining,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
when you've had a good year.
Yeah.
No, you get
Yeah,
no support
true.
from anyone.
Everyone's like, boo-hoo.
Yeah, so sad for you.
The tiniest violin.
Ace 10 suited. Under the gun open.
Started the hand with 4-8.
After that deuce 3
Yeah.
misstep, I'll say. Casey is our short stack.
Well, and also people know that he's
Capable.
playing pretty wide. You know, he might actually get paid on more hands now
Right.
because of that.
A lot of noise in the background. There's a place for a rail here. It's also adjacent to a tournament area, so
Was that a
people
call?
might be hanging out.
Oh, folded the queen jack.
Awkward
fold.
spot from the small,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't like that hand from the small, but when there's 4 people left, maybe against a wide opener.
Yeah, it kind of plays best as a 3-better fold when it's
Right.
the offsuit variety and
But obviously I know what
I
you're doing.
defended you kind of like last time.
awkward stack sizing. If we 3-bet and get jammed on, we hate it. We have to play out of position when we get called.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You had it this time? Seriously?
Just now, yeah.
I made a very tight.
I didn't have deuce 3.
I made a.
There's the
Oh, no.
Birkenstocks.
Oh, no.
Let's go, baby.
With the socks
With the
production.
socks.
Why do we got to do them like that? Oh
Listen,
my
I like,
gosh.
I don't know. It's nostalgic for me, so.
That was a tight zoom
It
in.
was.
Oh, I'm glad he's wearing clean socks. That
Right.
could have got awkward.
2 face cards.
And matching. Good
It
job.
was so fast.
Good job on the matching.
Quick zoom in, quick zoom out. If you blink, you missed it.
I folded a suited hand.
Mine was also suited.
Mine is offsuit.
Mine was suited and
If you're gonna go socks and Birkenstocks on stream, it better be matching and better
Yeah.
be clean. Let's not show this to the world.
I respected
Listen,
the open time.
for a poker player to get that far, I'm proud of you.
The bar is low.
Yeah.
you really are supposed to call with 2 face cards there.
I am. I'm supposed to. It was a tight fold.
Did it eye twist?
Sam Nolmeyer in the chat said that's an invasion of privacy. People pay good money for that kind of shot online. I'll just say that.
That's right. He decided to expose in public, not us. Okay.
A little over 5.
Fallen in the chat asking about OF. Does he have
Does he
OF?
have one?
Yeah.
Pimp it out, Charles, Charlie. Good
That
luck,
was
Chuck.
so serious.
Queen Jack versus the 10-9. Jack on the flop.
Good fold, good fold. Reading me like a book.
Tell him you're gonna see it on stream.
I'm showing.
That's good. That's smart.
Pretty dead to that.
I had 2 face cards like you.
He's got to build some of his image back.
Yeah.
No, I have a bear.
Yeah, please fold.
Look at.
Next time I
have
choose to
hands
mix it up.
sometimes.
Wait, you have queen jack off?
Nailed it.
Yeah, he had queen jack off for sure.
Shoving that pre?
He's not folding king queen.
I would add
Shoving
all.
that pre.
Shoving?
For more.
You showed
You
it.
know
What
how
in
deep he
the
is?
bazonkas?
Maybe a little head games there.
Yeah. Those Birkenstocks sending some crazy ideas.
My goodness.
Maybe they come with shrooms.
I would welcome some pre-flop shoves at this point.
Yeah.
Been pretty slow moving for the last hour.
I don't know, people have been playing respectably.
And, well, mostly. Pocket deuces for Zach back in action.
Know what they say about deuces.
And all of a sudden, by the way, after that hand earlier, Zach's our chip leader. Quietly.
Oh, yeah.
Unassumingly
Slipped
has
into
taken
quiet
the lead.
I didn't even notice that. Nice catch.
We are playing 200 big blind level now, so stacks have been shallowed out a bit
That's a bad
as far
hand,
as
I
number
can
of big blinds in
That was
play.
a bad hand.
I could fall.
Bad implications with it too.
Over 9 million now for Mr. Zach.
Deuce is going to take it down.
All right, now I have like 5-8, in case anyone's wondering.
Thank you.
Just to make life easier.
5-3. I
5-8.
started with 5-6, got up to 8-1. Up and down.
Started with
Live reporting from the table there.
Day 2, I came in with like a massive chip lead, and then punted it all away immediately.
And got it all
I did
back.
the exact same thing today. Well, not massive.
I have 5-6. I have 5-6 again.
You're quick.
I feel like Casey has a jack every single time.
This time it's suited.
Oh, yes.
An hour ago, I
It's
guarantee
suited.
you this is an open. We'll see if it still is.
Ooh, Travis behind with the king, queen off. This is going to get spicy. I imagine a 3-bet here.
Now we've got Sam, or let's see, Bob Kuna in the chat. He says, let's go Birkenstock, dude. You're not fooling me. That's your son. But yes, more family showing up.
Let's go.
Party in the chat, party at the tables, big money in play.
There's the 3-bet. Quick fold from Zach. I assume. Oh, no, not a quick fold. Okay, okay. We're going to think about it.
He does
He
take
does
his
think
time,
a little
yeah.
bit, yeah. I like that. It's even thinking. No tells.
You can just tell there's spice in Casey's veins.
Oh, yeah.
There's 2 face cards.
Wants to make fun moves, wants to
That should just be the answer. Next 20
take the
minutes.
aggressive route whenever it's an option.
Well, he did have a big bullying stack at one point where he could open quite wide and get folds, but not the same power right now.
Ooh, very important update from the chat. Apparently, on closer look,
They even make a snap
Oh,
noise when
Bob.
it bounces off the rail.
I know.
the dad says those are his Birkenstocks.
Oh, that makes sense. Borrowing from your dad's closet.
Borrowing,
So
stealing.
this is interesting. They just showed the VPIPs,
how do you know
and it looks like 3 of them. Casey was not the highest VPIPper. Everyone's at 39%, unless
wow.
they're wrong.
It feels appropriate. I don't know. When
Yeah.
you're playing four-handed, it's just
Yeah,
raise the
everyone's
button.
40%. Yeah.
Call
just
the
haven't
big
been
blind.
there.
like,
It just
pretty.
seems like maybe because
I'm from Boston.
Casey's gone more post.
Yeah, true.
that-
We've seen him play more.
Yeah.
The raise and take it doesn't stick out as much.
Right.
Yeah.
Does it?
I only went there a few times.
Like the poker or the facility itself?
The facility is amazing. It's just
beautiful.
Well, anyway,
crazy, right?
nice Birkenstocks, Charlie's
Oh,
dad.
really?
Yeah.
I dig them.
That doesn't surprise me because the encore out in Vegas is phenomenal. I mean,
Yeah. No, it's visually stunning for
yes,
sure.
absolutely.
Absolutely nothing
Possibly
going for
the most-
either hand,
I mean, speaking about the Vegas one, possibly.
but Zach's the one that put chips in the middle on purpose.
But I'm pretty sure the one in Boston's like
So small bet just gets it done.
Yeah.
I love taking it down for one big blind. It's just, it
the
feels
best.
like you're getting away with something.
Yeah, it does.
I could not have bet less to win this pot, and I
so much
still
money
won
into
it.
that place, and I just don't think they attracted the type of. I think they thought like all the high rollers from everyone in the Northeast was going to show up and
I mean,
play there.
I would assume Boston itself has enough to support it, but you know, what do I know?
I mean, yeah, it's a great room. It's just the rate is bad, but like it's good action and lots of tables going all the time.
But they were in debt. Like I left.
Speaking
there
of good action and lots of tables going all the time,
I mean, I think a big
plenty more tournaments to play here at Borgata.
Yeah, and they don't
This
wanna,
series runs all the way
do big
through
poker events that
January
takes up parking,
the
so, you know,
17th.
slot button pushers.
So over a
The
week
button
of play
pushers.
left still. The main event hasn't even started
They're gonna come
yet.
after you guys for live
The
vote.
Borgata Winter Poker Open Championship begins on the 12th. That's a $3,500 event.
Thank you.
Plenty more between now and then. We've got mixed games. We've got satellites.
About 5.
We've got one-day events. We got seniors events.
600.
Head to poker.org for your live coverage.
You know, you
You plan any more events, TJ?
it was worse
Not
than Jack
here.
said.
Okay.
I'm actually flying out
Any
tomorrow
hand
to
would be
Vegas.
right.
All right.
Pre-existing
Me too.
commitment. Yes, we might be on the same flight.
Living there is my
That's your
pre-existing commitment. Yeah.
I'm going to be there for like 3 days and
right,
then
it was
come
worse,
back here
but it
to
was-
close it out,
Nice.
close out the
Was it
main.
3 betting?
So assuming weather holds up and I don't have to deal with any
But I'm gonna get you
nastiness.
next time you do that shit.
We'll be back in a few days and
Sorry, I can't curse.
close this thing out with the main event.
Strictly forbidden.
Let's
No one
go.
told us we can't.
What?
I just,
No, you can do it. They definitely
Do whatever we
definitely
want.
not. Yeah.
my mom's gonna be pissed.
Yeah,
watching
if she
this.
hears that, that's
But
over.
she's already,
It's over.
already hates me, so.
That you're not supposed to say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That might be the only straw.
Who hates him?
I think that was
I said that now.
Yeah, exactly.
Charlie who
You're
said,
gonna, you're gonna hear like 20,
yeah, he's
yeah,
waving
20
at the
texts.
camera. Something about my mom already hates me. It was said in a very joking way. Chat can confirm.
No, your sister hates you.
Yes, too.
His sister was the one.
Sister loves him,
Of
even
course,
though he's a pain
yeah.
in the ass.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That's fun having your whole family really. That's really fun.
1.15.
I like that.
Here we go. Aggression from Charlie. 3 bets the king 9 off.
I guess all our moms are watching the stream.
Shout out to the moms out there
My
watching.
mom is.
Got a hey mom from Casey, man.
I love that. I really hope all their moms are watching. That's cute. Because you know what that means? It means they're supportive. You know?
Exactly.
And usually it's hard to get your family to understand what you do when you're a
sure.
poker player
Yeah.
unless you continuously make final tables and show them trophies and stuff.
Yeah, this helps.
Yeah, this definitely
Yeah.
helps.
Playing for big paydays.
Look, Mom, I'm not wasting my time. I'm doing stuff. I'm on TV.
Making monies. That is one good thing about live streams. You know, say what you want. Some people enjoy them, some people don't. But like, it definitely makes it more relevant to an audience that doesn't really follow poker on a
Yeah.
usual basis. Like, you can't text your parents' hand histories, or like they might not really understand how
last one
big of a
was the
tournament
last
spot
time.
you're in, etc. But when they get to watch you play on stream
Yeah.
and like see you interact with other players who are doing the same thing, have commentary talking
I was
about your
going to
play.
say, that's so you know what? We really need to emphasize when a player makes a good play,
Yeah.
takes it down like, wow, that was great.
Yes.
So that like the moms out there know like, your son's doing good.
Exactly. I always, you know,
Yeah.
we know when there's a live stream, players have friends and family watching, and some to varying levels of poker knowledge.
Yeah,
So
that 3 deuce, that was a creative play. It's very creative.
It's always a
Can always
positive
forfeit.
spin you can find.
Oh, my mind.
Travis's niece and nephew, a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, are watching
Aw.
us.
I love that. Uncle Travis is playing.
All right, I'll make sure and keep it clean.
Yeah, pain in the butt.
Yeah,
No,
that's-
pain in the
exactly.
butt. Yeah.
One raises, 400,000.
I thought butt was actually, I was going to say, I thought butt was the funniest word as a kid. I still think it's the funniest word. I think butt is a funny word.
Now we are appealing to the 3-year-olds and the
No, really.
5-year-olds.
Up my butt? Like when someone goes, where's the remote? Up my butt?
Wow. Wow. You were
never
destined to
said
be a
that?
comedian, 100%.
I still do it to my husband. He'll be like, where are the keys? I'll be like, did you check your butt?
You have to start serious.
You're serious,
Yeah,
very
exactly.
serious tone. Straight face the whole
You know,
time.
last time I saw it, I think it was.
Oh, did you check your butt?
Oh, off the rails we go.
Yes, we're getting a little loopy. Okay, we've been locked in with the snow, the cold.
I have not breathed fresh air in 6 days now.
I haven't breathed the fresh air. Not one single fresh air.
Well, we do have post-flop action in store. 8-7 suited versus the ace-5 off. Travis taking on the pre-flop raise of Casey.
On the flop. Don't you just love it? When you just hit top pair immediately. You're top two. Or you guys top bottom. Sorry. Two pair. You know what? Up your butt.
That's a good hand.
Absolutely nothing working for Travis. No pair. No club.
Listen, I feel like you constantly ignore the backdoor straight draws, and that's really sad. He's got a lot going on there.
Almost impossible to have absolutely nothing going on, but yes, again, you can always find the positive.
I'm playing good hand. Are you folding tight again?
I've been folding very tight.
Was that a tight fold again?
This hand now.
It's like, smash the flop. Super smash.
He's getting a little bit of pushback from the other opponents, like some people mentioning in chat. Taking a little long with these basic decisions.
He's being even-keeled in the decisions. You don't know if he's tanking on a good hand or a not good hand.
So they were kind of prodding him, like, did you really have another tight fold there?
Right. What are you, a Euro?
He did not. Casey, though, the ace-king.
The big slick.
Anna Kournikova. Thought we were just trading nicknames for ace-king.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got another one?
I feel like it's just how I look at my cards, but it definitely makes
The butthole hand. I busted a lot of tournaments in this with that hand.
Me too.
No,
Jack
it's
7
a good
suited.
hand.
It's a little
Defense initiated.
Although this was the hand that Casey originally that I won that big pot
Yeah, I'm
off him
holding
with
back on
ace
purpose.
queen.
Oh, true.
So it's kind of a jinxed hand for him. And look at Charlie hitting middle pair here. Casey with no pair. You know, sometimes that ace king can get you in trouble. And
Starts with a bet. 2 overs. Eight presents a gut shot to go with Charlie 7 for emergency in case he's behind.
yeah, a lot of equity with the check call here.
Could have gone check raise on that flop. Could have gone check call. Goes for the passive wrap. Will Casey take a shot at hitting in one of his 2 overs?
Ooh, and there's the straight. Big
This
the
board.
gut shot.
Board is just terrible for Casey's actual hand.
Definitely. And that's why I don't like ace king, everyone.
Of course,
That's why.
every time.
Every
10
time
high
it's gonna
board.
happen. That's how it's gonna happen for you.
That is exactly how I busted the tournament where I busted you. How I went on to bust it
yeah.
eventually. Got an ace king against ace queen for all the chips.
Oof.
Got flopped to flush.
Oof.
Yeah. Hey, I
It
don't
happens.
think ace king has ever won a hand.
And if I had pocket eights here, I get felted.
If you have
See?
pocket fives, you make a straight too. No good straight.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to talk about that because you know what? If I was playing them, I would have the best straight.
Oh no, I was wrong. That would have been bottom set.
Yeah.
so
Yeah. But I would have won with them.
somehow.
I only lose the pots when I don't have them. You know, like, oh, I would have lost there, but I didn't have them. So
Okay.
like, they protect me
Got you.
when I
Understand.
have them. I have to be playing them.
You
though.
would have made a full house.
It doesn't work with anyone else. Yeah, I would have made a full. I would have made a straight flush.
Magic powers.
Yeah, a backdoor, a runner straight flush.
The only time I'll ever feel safe in a pot against you when there's a 5 on the board is if there's 4 5s on the board.
Jack 10 versus Jack 10 here.
Sure.
It's always so fun. I want this to get really big and bluffy, and then they just chop it at the end. Monotone flop with Charlie having the 10
Heart check.
of hearts.
Balanced.
Probably not going to go much further for Casey, though.
Guess I'll do the same.
Your turn.
Yeah, but I already knew I
Yeah.
didn't have a heart.
Going to the middle.
I know I did.
Like both Charlie and the Chocolate Factories, whichever one came first was a little bit better. And the first to bet takes it down. We're stretching.
Yeah, you get in there. You'll work. We're here all night, folks. It's going to get better, or it won't.
You throw darts at walls.
Yeah.
Things happen.
It's okay, TJ. I'll be the color.
Okay. Go back and eat my donut.
Yeah, you just talk about the technical things.
We got through the button.
We did.
I love this hand
Does
with
anyone have
cash.
aces
The
yet
6-5 suited.
table?
One of my favorites.
Had one
Actually,
pair.
a lot of
The
hands with
strongest
fives in
hand
them.
was,
I like the 5-4 suited. I like the 6-5 suited. I like the pocket fives.
Oh, wait, I had tens.
I had 2 pairs.
But yeah,
know what
deep
that
stack, beautiful hand.
100%. It's always the worst part about short stack tournament poker.
Yeah.
Getting deep. Obviously, a lot of good things about it.
You see that hand, you get excited, and you're
You
like,
can't really play them like you're like you want to.
yeah. It's a big bummer.
Lightly.
Hey, I'm on the.
Yeah, it's okay.
We're just doing
A
walks
walk.
now.
I think that was the first walk of the
around the
whole
walk.
final table.
Get to like 500K.
It makes
No,
sense.
we saw two back to back
Oh,
earlier,
were there?
but we were talking and it was
Oh,
fun.
they were unmemorable.
Yeah, exactly. As walks usually are.
Yeah, that was the first one I saw.
Yeah. He knows what he pulled.
So yeah, we could get like max pain.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Make sure you muck them real nice.
Homework.
You're so greedy.
Well, for the production.
One time my friend won a hand in my home game with just an 8. He only got one card.
That's impressive.
What, you just got one card?
Yeah, well, you win a hand with only one card.
Trevor's going to open the 6-5 offsuit. Charlie with queen 10 in the big blind. Just going to flat. I think that's reasonable on the final table. Oh, and Travis just flops 2 pair.
You were saying about 5-6?
Oh, yeah, yeah. One of my favorites, although I do prefer the suited variety. This is what you did to me. The unsuited on the button.
Short-handed. Charlie does have the queen of spades. Backdoor flush, backdoor straight. Yeah, forgive her, chat. Nikki has a short memory when it comes to walks.
Listen,
They're, like,
they are
listing them.
unmemorable.
Exactly. A raise from Charlie with said backdoors. You can't only raise your best hands when you're big blind versus button.
And he hasn't really been making.
Yep.
He hasn't been getting out of line. Although Travis, with the 2 pair, not really going anywhere.
Yeah, very bad timing to choose to make a move here. A lot of chips in the pot. He's going to fight for them. But unfortunately, his opponent has one of the strongest hands he'll have here.
And if I'm Travis, I'm kind of excited because I'm unblocking top pair, which the big blind would check raise with.
Right.
I'm hoping you have the king.
Don't want to see an action-killing spade if you're us or Travis.
And you don't get one.
Brings in some straights like the 7-8, which could be in both players' range, let's be honest, button versus big blind. Slow down, Charlie doesn't see a spade, doesn't see a jack, king, queen, 10, none of the cards that give him the additional equity he was looking for. I think this is a check give up at this point.
Travis may be wanting some more value out of a king or a spade draw. Does elect to check it back.
No pot control. This is the card that Charlie was looking for on the turn.
Yeah.
To try to keep his story going, but now don't know what we would be representing if we continue to bet here, which is why I said I think he's just giving up, but we'll see. Just feels like if you're in Charlie's seat, any bet you put is getting called.
Right. Gonna go for a bet though.
Kind of feel compelled with queen high, but again, the story doesn't make a lot of sense.
That's 1.6 million.
Maybe hoping that Travis has a brick flush draw.
Yeah, holding the queen of spades. Not great that we want our opponent to have that card if that's the case.
Winner.
Nice hand. Oh, 2 pair, yeah. Nice hand.
Thank you.
A chip lead pot shipped to Travis. The first person over 10 million at this tournament flops 2 pair, calls down
When I go,
Charlie, who chooses aggression at the wrong time.
Okay, cool.
You'll be able to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what got folded.
Yeah, I didn't hate it using his image and as a good
Thank
flop to check raise on with his cards, but just bad timing.
Those are the kind of plays that do just pick up a ton of chips late at final tables and tournaments.
Just for the parents watching out there, that wasn't a
Watch
punt.
them tell me it was king.
That was actually a great play.
Bad timing.
Bad timing.
If his opponent had a different hand, we'd be talking about how great that aggression was, but I don't really love the river bet. The only thing I might take back after checking turn.
But, you know, maybe ace-6 folds.
A lot of times when you're sitting with queen high and there's a bunch of chips in the pot, you got to fight for them. So
3 folds.
Charlie with Jack-10 suited, another hand I really enjoy.
Who doesn't?
I really enjoy that hand. Travis going to open the Jack-9 offsuit. I think Charlie's considering a 3-bet here. Jack-10 suited, a really nice 3-betting hand normally. Just gonna call. It is final table. I don't mind the flat because.
And after just getting punished for being aggressive.
Yeah.
Cool.
Kind of lean with the passive choice. Any 3-bet would commit himself. I think it might even be a jam.
Right.
With this stack size. We're at just over 20 bigs, but it's hard to 3-bet there and let it go. So.
Ooh, and a jackets flop. This is gonna get spicy because we got Travis dominated by Charlie's Jack-10. Charlie also with the backdoor flush draw there. Travis probably thinking he has the best hand.
That's 675.
This pot's quickly going to get big from these two players. Depending on what this turn card is, we could see an all-in confrontation because there's only going to be just under a pot-sized bet left. Spade might be the only saving grace. Of course, the 9 possibility.
Maybe an overcard. Ooh, like that one, but that brings in the clubs for Charlie. The club draw full effect.
It will slow it down. Not a lot of aces in either of these players' range, though.
Yeah, they're not folding, that's for sure.
If Travis thinks his jack is the best hand, could be a bet, but in this case, we'll check behind.
Front door flush comes in. Might see a blocker bet from Charlie.
Yeah, I
but,
thought maybe check or small bet.
Yeah.
Travis has plenty of showdown value,
Right.
but we'll be disappointed to
Nuts.
see he is outkicked.
Oh, close not being the nuts, I guess. Jack 9.
Casey's reads are on point.
Right?
As your updated counts, Casey in the danger zone. Not quite danger zone, but
gonna say
shortest
the same
stack with 18 bigs, while
100%
Travis sits on top. 9.295 million.
Charlie with the 9-7 suited from the button. Gonna open.
We're seeing the effects of this fairly deep final table. It's been over an hour, or about an hour or so since our last elimination. And still could be more. No one with a really, really short stack. Players playing somewhat conservatively, a lot of pot control. Next pay jump is $11,000, so nothing to treat lightly.
Raise 1.3. 1.3 million. Four quotes.
Three bet from the big blind. Gets it done.
Four quotes.
Just too bad for Casey. The 8 deuce will be let go. Couple of 7s in the blinds. Travis with the better of the two.
Raise 650,000.
I've now limped, walk, give you a walk, and raise. So I'm balancing my small blind range.
I think I've done all three too.
I love the cheeky technical talk at the table.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
650.
How did we feel about the cardigan?
I like it. I think that I like to when guys exhibit some style.
Sure.
Yeah, like as you get older, you're allowed to wear cardigans. I feel like we're all we're like millennials are kind of like, oh, should we start dressing older? Like, what do we do here?
I don't mind.
I think it suits him very well.
Yeah, for sure.
He has good posture. He just seems like a guy that, is elegant enough to wear a cardigan.
He would carve a turkey at the Thanksgiving
Yes,
dinner.
absolutely.
100%.
Like he has a custom stocking at Christmas. I bet he gets his pants tailored. It's not a knock even, Travis. I'm sorry, I'm not roasting you. I actually really like it.
Yeah.
trying to get my husband to dress, like to have like other types of clothing than football jerseys.
Oh, is that the go-to?
Yeah.
How many football jerseys would you say your husband owns?
It's like, you know, that show Doug, the cartoon, where he opens the closet and he has all the same outfit?
Sure.
He's just like, he has like 20 Colts jerseys. All these different players from different
At
eras.
least he's consistent. You know what you're getting.
Yeah. Your cartoon. Ace Queen offsuit for Casey. Hopefully not the parking lot hand today.
Sitting with 17.5 big blinds. We'll open it up to 2.5x. This hand has a 5 in it, but Charlie lets it go.
Yeah. He really should not defend as much at final table. I see him, but you know.
Got a 5 in it.
But I'm not playing.
Okay.
So who knows? It's, you know, might not win.
Maybe if it was a PKO.
That'd be crazy, a mystery bounty PKO.
But TJ, you're in there with that 5-4 offsuit, huh?
Yeah, I don't even think
You like those offsuit,
Always.
those offsuit connectors at a final table. You like those.
The other person. That's awesome.
I don't even like. Be so brutal.
it could be random.
find this
bounties.
archive.
So brutal.
Like you have to keep your cards.
Yeah,
and
you
they-
keep all the
they
cards.
shuffle them and you take
Right.
off them randomly.
Well, apparently Travis is a vegetarian, so I chose the wrong illustration to give him a compliment of the carving the turkey.
Okay, it's got carving the turkey vibes,
right.
aura.
Not
as the
literal.
Yeah, he's carving the tofurkey. Sorry.
A tofurkey.
Yeah. I am actually a pescatarian, so I understand Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But you know, my husband makes the turkey.
Yeah.
Everyone eats it, but I just sit out.
You don't
that bad?
participate.
I don't participate in these eating of animals.
The birds.
Birds.
Just
Except for
fishes.
fish. Just fish. They have no souls.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Got
Yeah.
great
I'm
one
not going to
coverage.
argue
You
that.
see the salmon? They jump into the grizzly bear's mouth. Who does
Yeah.
that? They want to be food.
Sherwin could show you a thing or two about dude. Right?
I don't know if that's what they're
And I have
attempting to
fish.
accomplish. Because salmon jump swimming upstream
bounty
with
that led
bear or
to
no
me.
bear.
They don't know what they're just like, I don't know. I just know I have to swim upstream and jump into a grizzly bear mouth.
No, again, not the end
They want
goal.
complicated lives.
Called the big
I think they're
blind
just
one.
trying to give birth before they die. Usually is what's going
To do
on.
what? Jump into grizzly bear mouths.
No, I mean, die of old age.
They gotta provide more food. They're like, I just now I need to procreate,
bounty hunt.
so the grizzly bears will have some food.
I feel like you're not giving salmon
No,
and
he
their
had
purpose
less.
enough credit
He had like
here.
100.
But whatever you got to tell
He had
yourself
like
to justify eating those
Oh,
fishes.
you don't eat fish?
I do. But I don't have to lie to
You
do
don't have to
so.
lie. You ever look a fish in its eye?
75K.
No
He
soul.
had like 75K.
Okay.
You know, okay, I don't eat the fish with the soul, so I don't eat octopus. I don't eat any like I'm not eating sharks. I'm not eating like octopus are way too smart. They should not be food. That's not food. That's aliens living on our planet.
We judge what is and isn't food by intelligence.
It's
Yes.
definitely dirty.
All right.
Definitely dirty.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Don't regret it.
Travis, as you watch this back, please don't take offense to our eating habits.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Travis. I do eat the fish, but you gotta understand, they're not passing any math quizzes.
Ace, queen, ace, 8. Neither player connects. Ace, queen still ahead, but Zach has the gutter. It is the 8 of spades as well.
I wouldn't eat a puffer fish. They smile. They're nice. They got souls.
I think they're also pretty poisonous if you don't prepare them
Yeah,
correctly.
probably.
Yeah.
I would imagine. So they're beautiful. I wouldn't eat them.
Beauty and intelligence.
Yeah. You know, you gotta have something. If salmon wanted to live, they would evolve to change color. Just do something cool.
I think the swim upstream is pretty impressive, but hey, do your own research.
Oh, they're building more muscle for me to eat.
Oh my. Zach has turned a double gutter.
Let's go.
Slightly awkward because the ace high often would be the best hand, so we don't have to bluff, but he doesn't know it's not. Travis likely very happy to work his way towards showdown without having to put any chips in the middle with his ace high.
Absolutely. I think we just check call here.
2 chips.
See, when Zach sees Travis check 3 times, might be worried that he's up against a better ace, and
That was
indeed
confident.
is.
It was a confident showdown.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. If I flip
say, I'm
checks
ready
all the
for
way
it.
through
Yeah.
and I got ace queen, yeah, I'm pretty confident.
What you don't want to see is your opponent like have bottom pair or second to bottom pair and just take the showdown there.
Right.
But not the case. Ace on ace violence creates a very small pot, and
It could have gotten
Takes it
so sexy there, like if the
should've
gutter came through, you
right,
know.
or like an ace on the turn or something.
Yeah,
just
but it's just
little
so
drama.
unsexy.
3, 5, 7, 9 jack.
I'm rooting for some sexy boards here, guys. I'm trying to make it for you. I'm trying to manifest it for you, some entertainment, so we don't have to talk about eating fish. Travis with the queen jack
Are we
offsuit.
calling them big range?
I just heard the bell ring in the background. I believe this is the last hand before break. We'll see if I'm right.
Ooh, pocket nines.
You manifested it. We've got
yeah.
2 real hands here.
Because I told you pocket nine's my favorite pocket. It was my second favorite, like after fives. Fives and nines are my most sets.
Given that Travis chose to just call, I'd imagine we're going to see a flop here, even though Zach will likely bump up the price of admission.
Gonna think about it a little while first.
Oh,
Very
of course.
even keeled with the thinking.
625.
No, that was fairly quick for this man.
You know, it's not that long. I think it's just because everyone else is acting so quickly.
Fair, yeah.
It just seems longer.
We've got 40% of a Broadway hand.
Look at those fives.
So pretty.
They're
Not
just-
helpful for
just saying
Travis,
hi.
though.
They're saying hi to me.
This is a great flop for Zach. With 9s, so often you're going to see at least 1 overcard. Not the case here, and on the paired board. Have to feel pretty good about this.
Yeah.
Bet for value, bet to protect against these random overcards, just like Travis has.
Deny equity. Other technical terms.
Third pot bet should accomplish exactly that.
Especially right before break. People are
Yeah.
just like, we're ready to go on break. Let's go. Oh, he is gonna float the flopping. Okay.
Does have the jack of
Yeah.
spades. Oftentimes any of his pair outs are good. 10 of spades is interesting.
Ooh, now they gotta stick. Now he has to stick around.
And given the fact that Zach has the 9 of spades, may feel content to check behind.
I think it's mine.
Checks.
Of course.
Do we want a
if our-
spade on the river? Is that what
Right.
we're rooting for? What are we rooting for, guys?
Well, if our opponent has something like 4-7, 7-8, probably not 4-7 in his range, but
No, what are we as an audience rooting
Oh.
for? Ooh, there it is. Yikes.
Travis gets there after floating out of position, goes runner, runner, spade.
But I think since Zach has a spade, he's got to call. Whatever, you know, Travis bets here, I think we just call. 9's like the cutoff for me,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. I
Certainly
think
depends on
just
sizing.
call. It does. Travis is very astute. I think he'll pick a size that, you know, any spade has to call with.
We are, of course, still losing to Queen of Spades and King of Spades. But I think this is just a bet fold spot. If we bet and get raised, we can let it go. And we go 1.4.
That's 1.4 now.
It's an interesting size.
Annoying spot for Zach.
Yeah, super annoying. I did want a spicy board.
You called for
I
it. You
did
got
want it. We wanted a hand that we could be invested in. Here it is. We just call. We just have to pay. We just have to pay.
When Travis calls the flop, it's a little annoying because when he has a flush, a lot of times he's just going to lead the turn. But the back door.
Sick one now.
Super sick.
1 point.
See, and I thought Zach was going to get Travis to fold on flop. I think.
Nice hand.
There it goes.
You know, like that's.
You can't. It's hard to make a pair.
Yeah.
And when 2 overs and a back door, the back door comes in. Very annoying for Zach, but more chips shipped over to Travis.
Chip leader by a long shot now. More than double the second in chips.
Playing very well and running well as well. Dangerous combination.
Who's at the line at -500? I think that's.
It's getting closer to that number.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
67 bigs. We're heading on break. 4 players remain. Big money over 60K in play. Come back and join us. We'll see you in 15.
Tap into BetMGM Casino, and you're entering a huge library full of exclusive games. Games you won't find anywhere else. Looking for jackpots? Right this way. You'll always find someone ready to give you a hand. Or some dice. Your favorite game is waiting for you. On America's #1 online casino.
Oh, what's up? You watching the game? Or maybe the one later? Put a little BetMGM action on it, and now any game becomes the game. When you got overs and unders, you're in it every time they throw the ball, kick the ball, dribble the ball. Maybe it's not even a ball. Who needs a ball? Now that bet's got you watching every inning, half, round, period, set, hole, a lap. Right from the edge of your seat.
Dude, did you know BetMGM has responsible gambling tools so you don't get carried away?
I never get carried away. Well, there were the bobbleheads. And the playoff beer.
Chili's ready!
Well, those tools could really help.
Don't forget about the backyard rink.
Yeah, these tools are pretty great.
BetMGM is committed to making gambling safe and fun with responsible gambling tools, so you don't get carried away.
Tap into BetMGM Casino, and you're entering a huge library full of exclusive games. Games you won't find anywhere else. Looking for jackpots? Right this way. You'll always find someone ready to give you a hand. Or some dice. Your favorite game is waiting for you. On BetMGM Casino.
Discover BetMGM Casino and leap into a world filled with all your favorite casino games. Plus exclusive ones you can't find anywhere else. And progressive jackpots that keep growing. All of it right at your fingertips. BetMGM Casino. Start your adventure today.
There are some feelings you can get with any sportsbook.
The highs!
The no-no-nos. The oh-oh-ohs. Now, what you want to do with this? But the feeling that no matter what, you're taken care of.
Oh, I just earned a hotel suite.
You only get that here at the sportsbook Born in Vegas, where they know how to treat you right.
Who you talking to, Jamie Foxx?
Bonus bets, exclusive offers, real-world rewards. BetMGM. Download and bet today.
At BetMGM, everyone gets a welcome offer. So whether you're courtside trying to hit the over
Or up here trying to hit the under. Or hitting that win with your crew. Oh, yeah, see, defense. All way up here with a same-game parlay. Yeah!
BetMGM's got your back. Get your welcome offer and play with the sportsbook Born in Vegas.
Oh, this easy. Really?
Get up to a $1,500 new customer offer and bonus bets when you sign up now. BetMGM. Download and bet today. BetMGM Casino has the most exciting live dealer tables. So when you want the magic of Vegas, you get the magic of Vegas. All the excitement of a player's paradise with live dealer blackjack, roulette, craps, baccarat, and more. anytime, anywhere.
I never split nines.
Download and get 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 on the house. Only from the casino born in Vegas.
On BetMGM Casino, there are so many jackpots that you never know when one will go in. So many jackpots. So many jackpots. BetMGM Casino. Jackpots. So many.
Download to get a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 on the house. BetMGM Casino.
Tap into BetMGM Casino, and you're entering a huge library full of exclusive games. Games you won't find anywhere else. Looking for jackpots? Right this way. You'll always find someone ready to give you a hand. Or some dice. Your favorite game is waiting for you. On America's #1 online casino.
Oh, what's up? You watching the game? Or maybe the one later. Put a little BetMGM action on it now. Any game becomes the game. When you got overs and unders, you're in it every time they throw the ball, kick the ball, dribble the ball. Maybe it's not even a ball. Who needs a ball? Now that bet's got you watching every inning, half, round, period, set, hole, a lap. Right from the edge of your seat.
Dude, did you know BetMGM has responsible gambling tools so you don't get carried away?
I never get carried away. Well, there were the bobbleheads. And the playoff beer.
Chili's ready!
Well, those tools could really help.
Don't forget about the backyard rink.
Yeah, these tools are pretty great.
BetMGM is committed to making gambling safe and fun with responsible gambling tools, so you don't get carried away.
Tap into BetMGM Casino, and you're entering a huge library full of exclusive games. Games you won't find anywhere else. Looking for jackpots? Right this way. You'll always find someone ready to give you a hand. Or some dice. Your favorite game is waiting for you. On BetMGM Casino.
Discover BetMGM Casino and leap into a world filled with all your favorite casino games. Plus exclusive ones you can't find anywhere else. And progressive jackpots that keep growing. All of it right at your fingertips. BetMGM Casino. Start your adventure today.
There are some feelings you can get with any sportsbook.
The highs!
The no-no-nos.
The O-O-O's. Now, what you want to do with this?
But the feeling that no matter what, you're taken care of.
Oh, I just earned a hotel suite.
You only get that here at the sportsbook born in Vegas, where they know how to treat you right.
Who you talking to, Jamie Foxx?
Bonus bets, exclusive offers, real world rewards. BetMGM. Download and bet today.
At BetMGM, everyone gets a welcome offer. So whether you're courtside trying to hit the over
Or up here trying to hit the under. Or hitting that win with your crew. Yeah, see, defense. All the way uphill with a same-game parlay. Yeah!
BetMGM's got your back. Get your welcome offer and play with the sportsbook born in Vegas.
Oh, this easy. Really?
Get up to a $1,500 new customer offer and bonus bets when you sign up now. BetMGM. Download and bet today. BetMGM Casino has the most exciting live dealer tables. So when you want the magic of Vegas, you get the magic of Vegas. All the excitement of a player's paradise with live dealer blackjack, roulette, craps, baccarat, and more. Anytime, anywhere.